Alrighty. Part of me wants to actually play our already established characters and just do PvP because I do love PvP. But I want to get this character ready, and I don't have a character that can use strength weapons, so I do want to get this guy up. We'll work on that. Prepare to be deafened. And then instantly the volume goes down. And that is because the game does not apply your custom audio settings until you get past the title screen. And I have no idea why that is the case, but it is. Right, we're level 12. We should probably fight Dancer. Maybe that's what we do today. Do Dancer at level 12 with a +2. Are we +2? Yeah, we're +2. Before we do that, let me grab like the flash shard thingy, the bone shard in Cathedral. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can just grab real quick to desperately try to improve our odds of beating this. The first boss is the starting sound. You're not wrong. Now, I've beaten Dancer at like min level before and a +0 even, but that was a long time ago. And since then, I've beaten her at low level several times, but I don't know if we're... not this low. I think the lowest we've done was like, I did +20. Oh, no, level 20, I think +2. And you might say, oh, 20, 12, what's the difference? But 8 levels can be enough health that it makes a difference if you're getting one shot or not, which is a really big deal in that fight, because if you don't get one shot, then you can just heal up and keep going. So level 20 is actually, I would say, quite a bit easier than level 12 or level 8 or level 1 or any of that, because those you can get one shot quite easily. What's your favorite boss theme? In Dark Souls 3 specifically, Lothric and Lorien's theme. It's kind of amazing. But there's some good ones. They definitely have some good stuff. Obviously, I like Ornstein and Smo's theme from Dark Souls 1, and Gwyn's theme. A lot of good music. Sif has good music. I actually like the Deacons of the Deep quite a bit, actually. That's a very atmospheric song. So I, for a second there, thought I had the cat ring, because I'm so used to PvPing here with the cat ring, that I almost jumped off the side there. Oh yeah, Pontief's theme, that's very good. I love that. That is, not only is it like epic and amazing and all the slow build-up, but it fits the character so perfectly. Alright. Let's go turn that in and we'll go fight Dancer. That did not kill, because we are a wuss. Now, part of me wants to use the Reinforced Club instead of the Axe, because the Reinforced Club can bleed, and you can actually bleed Dancer, and that can allow you to kill her quite a bit faster. And the axe is just not that great of a weapon, but we actually forgot to pick the Reinforced Club up. I just realized, so we don't actually have it. So I guess we're using the battle axe. It's a very cool looking weapon anyway, so we'll just stick with that. Most people's weapon of choice for low level Dancer is broadsword. It just got a good hitbox and speed and damage for that boss if you're low level. But I like me axes. I think I text a friend about Oceanus once, like 2 or 3 years ago, and every time I manually type in O, K, and then K, it pops up as a possible auto choice. Yeah, I've had a few things like that in my time. All right, this is the wrong spot. Are there any consumables I feel like that would be useful for Dancer? I mean, there's always weapon buffs, but we don't have a lot of souls, honestly, to blow on that. Yeah, you know what? No, cause we're not doing that. We gotta save our souls. We gotta get up to like level 60 or whatever. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. If you practice a lot, Dancer's not too bad, because she actually has like a pattern she follows when you're standing in certain spots and stuff. But if you haven't practiced a lot, because she's got like very janky movements and kind of unorthodoxical timings and stuff, it's very difficult. I do not expect this to go well right now. So one thing in our favor is we have the shield ring from right before Cathedral of the Deep, and that means the first time she hits us, it won't necessarily one-shot us. So it depends on what attack we get hit by. Like, and also we get counter hit. If we get counter hit by one of her harder hitting attacks, we'll probably still get one shot. But if we just get normal hit, like we're not in the middle of doing an action or whatever, we'll probably be okay. Some of her slams and stuff, though, might still do us in. We'll find out. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, fuck you. Now I literally have to start over. I like how he just immediately went for that super fast attack there. I might even use a shield to sneak around those guys. I don't want to waste a flask before getting there. Pontiff is also really hard at level 1 because what makes Pontiff easier is using a shield. But that doesn't really work at level 1. However, you can still parry him at the start, which makes it a lot easier. But if you just don't do that, then it's a nightmare. And Champion Gundyr, that's, I remember I did that a long time ago. And that was probably the thing I had that when I did low, you know, level 1 thing. I think Gundyr was the one I had the hardest time with. I might even kill this guy if I'm careful. Just running past 1 is a lot easier than running past 2. I would hate to have to fight this guy every time I want to fight Dancer, though. He delayed that so much. Alright. Off we go. You can actually cheese Dancer with a crossbow rather easily. It's very silly. Gotta be a little careful with that grab, it's a bit delayed. Especially where I was standing. Damn it. Probably heal because now I don't have the Lloyd ring. Damn it. Getting greedy. Not generally a good idea here. Also, I don't think Axe is gonna be particularly awesome. I'm literally getting hit by the same attack every time. I keep thinking she's doing the sword drag, and that's not what she's doing. Did not have quite enough time there. He's getting cheeky. I will say, I do think Reinforced Club would be better, because I've definitely hit her enough times that I'd probably gotten a bleed by now, and that's quite good. And this would be a lot better if I had my flask upgraded a little bit more, so I could get to max health easier, so I'd get the shield ring. I've gotten hit by that attack so many times. She walking. Oh crap. That was sooner than I was thinking. You can actually hit her a bunch when she does that, but I was kind of caught off guard there. Damn. I'm like in like the worst spot in terms of like zoning. Got me hit a whole lot. Well, we tried. All right, let's do an invasion, I think. Oh shit, though, if I do an invasion, I lose my souls. What I should have done was I should have spent my souls first. I didn't even think about that. I think what we do is we run in, grab our souls, run out, spin the souls, then we do that. That way I can, you know, PvP for funsies anytime we die. Because I really like doing that. It's really fun to invade when you die. Yeah, I took too many hits at the start, and I got kind of behind, and I couldn't get my shield ring back. And then I was just in like a really bad spot when she had the 2 swords, so she was doing some of her annoying attacks that you could normally prevent her from doing. Damn. Oh my god. Well, I'm not actually trying to fight right now. We just need our souls back. What do I buy with my souls? The thing is, the smart thing to do with my souls is actually level up. Because we need to, you know, get strength and get... Because I don't want to stay at low level really long because, in order to make a strength build work at all, you really can't hang out at low level. It will make Dancer easier, but, it's like clearly the thing to use with my souls, so I don't need to buy consumables right now. I should have healed before going in. Alright, let's go invade. 1 HP. Yeah, I know there was a point in there where HP got really low. Alright, I guess we go to Undead Settlement. That's pretty much the level range that we're at. I'd like to get to the level range of Cathedral because that's a really nice place to just like go to invade when you're wanting to you know, do a PvP break. Normally like 30 to 35, maybe 40. Need to be +3 for that though, so we're not exactly ready to do that. Do I need to change anything for PvP? Not too much. I mean, I should be using a straight sword, but they kind of boring. Also, I'd have to level Dex. One time. Hey, Phantom, what's up? Thank you for 32 months, man. That is quite a while. That's a lot of support, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, leveling Dex. The Terror. This character will level Dex eventually a little bit. I think they have to go to like 11 or 12 or something. Because I want to use Gundir's Halberd at some point, and that needs a little bit of Dex. But I don't want to do it as my early level ups because it's just kind of a waste if I'm not going to be using anything that needs it early on. If I was going to be like really efficient though, I would level Dex one time and use a straight sword, but I'm not really caring about it. Oh, did I not? Oh fuck! Boy, he could have blown those up while I was getting rid of them, but maybe the one he was aiming at was gone. All right, that's better. No more explosive barrels for them. Okay, we got a blue. Gotta be careful, I only got 5 flasks, so I don't want to do anything stupid. It's like they're being very cautious, as is typical of this game. I'll probably get aggro when the blue shows up. I would hope so. I think he's up top. Okay, I already feel like they want to parry me, so that's kind of obvious. Axes can't really dead angle. I think they can if you're like kissing. They can like barely dead angle, but they're not a good dead angle weapon, so I have to be careful about that. Look, I just walk at him and he just walks backwards. Every time. And then they act like you're the one being a coward. It's kind of amazing. Okay, I know exactly how that guy's playing. Where's the blue, man? Oh, sleep at the keyboard. There he is, Butcher's Knife. That is, has an axe moveset, but it's actually better than axes because it has longer range. Yeah, that thing and the Manservant Hatchet are like the only 2 normal axes, in my opinion, that are even remotely good. The axe moveset is just a lot more usable if it's got long range, due to it being a little slow and then not having hyper armor. It really does make me sad that axe is just so bad. Like, it's slow, it doesn't have hyper armor, and it doesn't have good range. Like, how did this get made? That guy is extremely tanky. He probably has like favor and stuff. That's quite tanky. I should have been watching the fat lady's back better there. Surprised I get the parry, but I think I was too far away. Yeah, I think this guy's like a hidden twink. He's trying to make it look like he's not, but that is just so tanky. I don't know, he could have just like, you know, grabbed some of the early power stuff and maybe his life ring and his leveled up only Vit and stuff like that, maybe. But that is crazy tanky. Well, that didn't go particularly well. We didn't get a whole lot out of the mobs there. Oh, I should have been using Estus Ring when I was fighting Dancer, because getting to max means loitering. These guys are quite cowardly. We had the same idea there. Though his timing was actually completely wrong. Okay. Where's the white? Is he down there? No? Okay, I'm actually... Oh, he's up there. Damn it, if I had known that, I would have gone so ham on the host there. Blue, I think, is trying to parry me. If he wasn't trying to parry, he would have swung there, like when I swung, but he didn't, so... These mobs are not really that... Okay, he's gonna try to parry me right now. I wonder if I can get a backstab on this guy. The problem is if I go for a backstab, I'm gonna get hit by the other guys. He's so going for it. That was so risky on my part. Like, it wasn't risky with the blue, it was just so obvious he was going for a parry, but I could have gotten wrecked by the other two there. Damn it. The range on this thing, man. Axe really is painful to use though when you're in like tough fights. If you're fighting a scrub, it's not a big deal, or in a group of scrubs, but if people are being careful, it's pretty rough. I think the white is out of healing. Trying to just get some chip damage on him, so if I hit him with an R1 later, he'll die. Probably gonna try to parry me. Okay, that's good. I don't know if I need to heal here or not. I probably should just go ahead. Damn, I'm surprised that wasn't a parry. Like I did it like slightly too soon? Ooh, that lag. Yeah, pretty laggy here. The blue lost a 1v1 to the fat lady. No way, dude. Oh, Hodrick. you get iframes doing that. That's kind of dumb. I'm really surprised the blue lost to the fat lady because he was so geared, dude. He had so much health. I did hardly any damage when I hit him, and he at least had like basic spacing and stuff. He wasn't like dog shit. So I'm really surprised. He must not go out of PvE at all. Because yeah, she's not the easiest enemy in the game, but she's not that hard. Here's my guess, and I have seen this many times. I have seen people lose the 1v1 to the big lady a lot, and it's because they're either someone that only summons like phantoms and like they never play solo, so when they have to like deal with the moveset head on, they don't know how, or they always backstab fish and then they get caught in a situation where you can't backstab fish, and that's like because of that corridor you couldn't. You'd have to like iframe her moves and actually fight her. Like you wouldn't be able to backstab fish her, and a lot of people just all they do is backstab fish enemies like that. They don't want to deal with like, so some of her attacks roll catch, like straight up some of her attacks roll catch. If you just mash roll, you'll get smacked. And some people just don't want to deal with that, and they just backstab spam. So I suspect that's the deal. That guy probably just backstab spam. And then other people sometimes, like, even if you can backstab, they'll still lose just because they don't know how to 1v1 her, because they never play by themselves. I actually almost got roll caught there. That would have been kind of embarrassing. Yeah, like right there, if you just spam roll for the second one, you'll get smacked. All right, let's use up our souls so we can not have to worry about that. So I really like PvP when you're outnumbered and whatnot. I don't like it as much at this level because you're so handicapped as the invader right now because you don't have a lot of flasks. You like, I only have bad lax. That's it, right? So if you're in a matchup, you're like, oh, bad lax isn't good here, I can't switch, right? So I prefer it more when it's a little bit later in the game, you're a little bit more prepared and stuff like that. But yeah, I do enjoy it. It's my favorite gameplay is when, you know what, I want to get large club, and I want to see, or great club. I want to see how when I can use it, like stat wise, if I'm two-handing. So we're gonna a little bit of a diversion here, but because I think large club might take great club. Large club's the other one. Great club I think might take less strength to use than I'm thinking, and I might be able to two-hand it right now, which would be really cool, just to have a different option. Giant club is one of my favorite ultras because it just has some unique mechanics that other ultras just do not have. I also like the spiked mace, which the fat ladies drop. We've never gotten that to drop ever on any of our characters. But I actually like it quite a bit because it's like Vort's hammer with the moveset. You don't have the frostbite though. Man, sometimes their AI fucks up and like just falls, but they actually did it properly there, those bastards. How dare they? Anyway, yeah, Vort's hammer's got the same R1 moveset, but Vort's hammer's weapon art is not very good. It's kind of pointless. Where the spiked mace weapon art is like a mix-up, pretty quick attack that cannot be parried. And it can just kind of confuse people, and it's pretty good. I think Spike Mace is actually one we'll ultimately end up using a good bit, where Vort's Hammer is kind of just a fun gimmick for dummies. Wait, is the great... Oh, no, there he is. Ouch. Okay, there we go. I only need the Great Club guy to fall off. That's our boy. I think the other one's climbing down, which is kind of bad because he'll win the ladder war, I'm pretty sure. His stats are outrageous. Unless he's stupid. Okay, he's kind of stupid. I got this! Can I get the plunge? Look at him getting the kick. We'll probably use this Exile Sword as well. I'm pretty sure you can use it on a strength build if you make it heavy. It depends on how much dex it takes. I'll have to look. The Spike Mace has that weapon art right there, but you don't have to complete it. You don't have to do every hit if you don't want to. But then sometimes it's really good to do the full thing. And you can do an R1 out of it pretty quickly. So you can kind of mess with people. How much dex does that take? 16. That might be slightly too much. It depends on how much dex Gundyrs takes, because that's the amount that I want to go. 28 strength, that takes more than Vort's hammer. That's really weird though, because if you look, this thing doesn't weigh a lot. And it's because it's made out of wood. That's the point, right? So it weighs 12. Vort's hammer weighs 17. But for some reason, this takes more strength. So we're going to go to at least 40 strength, at least. So we're going to be able to use this. But we absolutely cannot use this now. I wonder if I can show off its moveset, though, when I don't have the stats for it. No. So, oh, actually, I don't have... Oh, it's right. It's because it takes too much stam. That's why. Because, yeah, if you fully charge the R2, you can do the R1, like, immediately after, like, supersonic fast. But because I don't have the stats to wield it, it takes an insane amount of stam for me to swing it, so I can't actually show that. That's unfortunate. If you only partially charge the R2, though, you can't do the follow-up R1 really fast, but it's a pretty interesting mix-up that you can kind of throw in there. So Vort's hammer is... No, wait, Vort's hammer's 30. Oh, okay. So that means to what do I need? Like 18? I need like 18 or 19 strength if I want to two-hand this thing. So this will be the first one we can use, actually. The shitty thing is, the meta thing to do is to not level strength or dexterity until you've leveled up health a good amount. Oh, I don't know how we met this requirement, but, okay. Alright, I need to use my souls. Let me see if there's a way I could work in strength here. If 18 were... Okay, let's go 18, and let's see if I can two-hand it. Like, this is not a smart thing to do from a meta standpoint. Damn it, I gotta be 19, I think. Oh, this is so not meta. I should be getting health right now. Like those points in health can really add up. Okay, I can two-hand it now, though. Do I have enough stam to do the thing? I do. It takes all of it, though. This is going to be a lot stronger later. If I use it right now, I'll just run out of stam all the time, and I think I'll get caught a lot. Like, you really want the stam to be able to, you know, do that, and if it misses, be able to roll out. Because sometimes what you'll do is when they come at you, you R1. Sometimes when they come at you, you do R2, because that's a slightly different timing. Sometimes when they're coming at you, you're doing a fully charged R2, and if that misses, you do the R1. Stuff like that, right? It's got some nice mix-up. I want to try to make it work, though. I wonder if I make it heavy right now at 19 strength. I have 203 AR at +0. Okay, hold up. I don't have enough shards. Damn it. Oh yeah, and I also, I can't, roll. Yeah, those are not smart level ups. All of those points should have been in health, but, we'll see here. Maybe I use my soul items and I buy the shards. Like I needed 3 or 4. The question is, if early game, is it better as raw or heavy? Because I'm two-handing it all the time, it might actually be better as heavy already. Now, unfortunately, when you're talking to the blacksmith, I don't think it'll show you the stats of you two-handing it. I don't think. That's why people use calculators online. Oh, do I not have a heavy gem? Wait a minute. I know there's a heavy gem you can get rather early in the game. So right now that would be 257 raw, which actually might already be weaker. It's 7 AR higher. That means it is absolutely better as heavy, so I don't think we make it raw. Let's see. I know you can get a heavy gem from talking to what's-his-face once you have killed Abyss Watchers. I know there's one of the crystal lizards, I think early on, drops a heavy gem. Alright, what do I need to do? with this stuff. Okay, that would allow me to quick roll. Surprised we can still get Undead Settlement after leveling like that. Looks like the forest, though. I normally avoid the forest, though. There are just so many twinks in the forest. It really attracts that. And also because I didn't level my health there, I'd definitely be a bit behind. Okay, so if I go fight Dancer now, all those level ups I just did won't do anything because I leveled up strength and our battle axe is raw. I think I kind of want to get a heavy gem, though. I swear there's a heavy gem you can get sooner than Abyss Watchers, though. I'm not remembering. I thought it was the one in Undead Settlement. Okay, well, I can do Abyss Watchers, like, right now, actually. I think I just need to light the third bonfire down here, and that's it. So yeah, I think we just go murder Abyss Watchers real quick and get a heavy gem. Yeah, the animation of this thing is really funny. You also can do this. If you do the war cry, the R2 turns into this. Unfortunately, it's not really that good because the regular R2 is so good that there's not a lot of reason to do that. Which is unfortunate because the war cry gives you more attack power when you use it. 274 right there. Wow, I can't actually one-shot them with this thing. That's kind of saddening. I probably want to use... Nah, we'll do Giant Club for a little bit here. I was gonna say Battle Axe is probably better, but fuck it. There is just no world where you want to start using Large Club, though, at this level, because you can't afford to level up Endurance right now, you can't afford to level up Strength right now, like, it's just not ideal. Oh, I should have spawned at the other bonfire. It is satisfying, though, I'm not gonna lie. Because the thing is, you can't kill the enemies really quickly, even if you spec into using this thing early, or almost any high requirement weapon early. Like, they're just... The weapons don't scale that way at this level, and you're not... the endurance is a huge part of it. You need the endurance to be able to swing and stuff. So it's very bad, generally. The one time it's not bad is if you're playing in, like, a team. Like, if I was going to be, like, 2 players versus 1 player, because then you can kind of cover each other and it's a lot easier. And the ultras are really powerful when you outnumber the enemy. Like, or one person's maybe using a straight sword, one person's using an ultra. That can be good. I am so lucky. The drop rate on that is trash, by the way. Like, that is such a low drop rate, and I'm not even wearing any of the items that boost item find. Oh, baby. Well, let me just go to the bonfire here, then we'll make this heavy right now. Luck sack, indeed. It takes my entire stam bar to kill that guy. One good thing about it is we do go through people's shields really easily. This would be a lot more viable if I was a twink and I had a friend drop me the Ring of Favor +3, because that gives you a nice boost of extra stam, so then I could like swing as much as I am and then roll out and stuff, but that is cheating, so fuck that. Alright, let's go upgrade this bad boy. What we'll need to do, because this is such a bad thing for low level, is we need to just get out of the low levels. We just need to get out of the low levels and get to the mid levels. Because this is a doomed to fail setup for low beat stuff.
What neat.
Oh. Fuck, I don't have the coal. I think it's the one in the swamp. Shit. I could have gotten that forever ago, I just kind of ignored it. Did I already have a heavy gem then? Yeah, I did, so I have 2 of them. So when I beat Abyss Watchers, I'll have 3 of them. Oh, okay, no, I have 3 of them now. I have no idea why he gave me that. I thought he did that when you beat Abyss Watchers. Okay, we just need the coal that allows the blacksmith to learn how to give us the stuff. And I think it's the coal at the start of this zone, which is actually one of the first coal you ever find, and I could have had it ages ago. I kind of just forgot. Alright, well, 3 heavy gems, that's nice. I wonder if our battle axe is better as heavy than raw now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You'll love to see that. Yellowfinger, please go away. We don't want to deal with that right now. Oh, that's the grab. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's like his mix-up. He makes it look like he's doing the spit, but he's actually doing the grab. It's like a tricky thing that they do. Alright, you know what? It is so much fun to do this. We gotta go get... We gotta get our boy. Hodrick. We gotta... Hodrick versus the swamp. That's so much fun to do. Last time we did this, we had Hodrick fight the Black Knight, and the Black Knight absolutely obliterated him. But it was mainly because Hodrick got, like, spawn camped, and he couldn't really fight back. Wait, why is Hodrick's sign not here? I didn't already summon him. We have not killed Abyss Watchers. Huh, I wonder if I need to use Dried Finger, because I got invaded by her first. That might be why. Well, I guess we'll... I always like seeing Yellowfinger versus Hodrick, because every once in a while, Yellowfinger has like a chance of winning. I've never seen her win, but I've seen her get close. So I'd kind of like to see if maybe someday she actually pulls out a W, but my guess is I can't summon him because she's already in my world. Kind of just mashing heal on us here. Wow, she did not handle the club very well. It's either that or you can't summon Hodrick if you've killed the Sage. But I wouldn't think so because Abyss Watcher actually counts as like a boss for this area as well. Huh. What am I... That's weird. Maybe let me read log real quick. The only other thing I could think of that would mess that up is because maybe we proceeded in the Ceres quest line and for some reason that would mess it up. I really hope we can get Hodrick here because okay, so in future, if we ever make another new character, we'll make sure we do Hodrick shenanigans immediately, no delay, because it looks like it might be missable. I wonder if he's tied to Crystal Sage for some reason, but that's not normally how it is, because, like, you can still summon, like, Blade Master for Dancer and stuff. Huh. I'm really confused by this, why there's no Hodrick. I'm quite sad right now. Because, I mean, Yellowfinger's still invaded, even though Crystal Sage is dead. If only this was Hodrick. But this is some... Wow, they're using the club too. That's pretty funny. That's a purple-white, not a purple-red though, so I don't want to deal with that. Go get our coal. Man, I'm really sad. He's tied to the Sage according to the wiki? That is so bizarre, because generally they're just not tied to that kind of stuff. They're just tied to if the zone is invadable or not. Man, I wish I had known that. Because messing around with Hodrick in this zone is just an absolute blast. Also, god damn it. This weapon do be slow. Damn it, it pushed the mob away, so I couldn't do the combo. PvE. Alright, Mr. Black Knight. Let's see how this goes in an ultra off. Kind of the same way it goes with anything else. Is this suicide? He had the poise to face tank that. Oof. This rolling attack can be really good. When people are like pressuring you, sometimes they're not expecting it, you can catch them with that. It's not as good as the pokes, the ultra pokes in my opinion. I think like the ultra pokes are kind of amazing, but it's still got uses. It's extremely easy to parry though, so you have to be careful. Okay, I think that's what we needed. Because we already got the other cold from down below, so it must be this one. Is there a lore reason why? I think it's just arbitrary. I don't think there's any lore reason he's tied to Crystal Sage. Like, his lore is with Saris and that kind of stuff. He's like a mound maker. He's implied to have used to have been a Darkmoon Blade. And like, that's why Saris is like mad that he like gave up his oath or something. Okay, this is absolutely an upgrade, because although the base damage is going down, the scaling is going up by so much in comparison, and I think that's the one-handed version, not the two-handed version, so this is easily an upgrade. Now, is heavy, though. I'm sure it is when I'm two-handing. If that's it one-handing, that is less just barely, so I'll need a bit more strength for that to actually be an improvement for the Battle Axe. Okay. Let's see if Yellowfinger spawned a seed of a giant for us. I kind of want to invade somebody with this bad boy. Even though I know it's not good. Like, what level am I? I am level 15. Let's try Undead Settlement. Like, we have very little health for level 15, but let's just see if we can make it work. Alrighty. The RAR is now 278. But the Warcry is probably going to be about 300, but the Warcry is generally not worth doing. I really wish that wasn't the case, because otherwise it'd be like a free weapon buff. But because the R2 that you get is kind of a downgrade in most situations, it's not worth it. The only time it's worth it is if the matchup you're in or something, you know you're not going to R2. But honestly, if you're not gonna R2, I don't think you should be using this weapon, which is weird because I actually see a lot of hosts and phantoms and stuff using this thing and they never R2 a single time. And I'm like, I don't even know why you're using it then. Because like the whole point of this thing is the mix up with the R2, and I guess because it's a little bit lighter than all their ultras. But the Astora Ultra Sword, I think that it's even lighter than this thing. And that thing's got an awesome weapon art. Sadly, that one is a quality ultra, so I don't think we can use it in the long run. You need a good bit of dex for that thing to work. It's pretty cool though. It's got the charge weapon art, and that's very unique to have that on an ultra. I forgot to blow up the barrels, hold on. And yeah, I actually really like that one. It's also got cool mix-up with its R2s as well. Because its R2 kind of looks like the charge animation, so sometimes you can mess with people. It's also got the rolling poke, which is good. Ultras are tough though, like especially in 1v1s. If you're 1v1ing someone that's careful and like knows what they're doing, generally ultras are not the best. There's some exceptions, and you know, if you get really good at it, there are some advanced mind games you can do. But I do find like ultras are not, like if you watch people that are really good at the game, ain't nobody using an ultra in a 1v1. But they are very unique. I hope they're able to find a way to make them a little bit better in Elden Ring. They don't need to be like the best weapons in the game, but if they can make them a little bit more viable, like they're viable in shenanigans. They're just not viable in 1v1 really. But yeah, I think the way to fix them is like giving them really good weapon arts that other weapons can't have. But Elden Ring seems to be all about like customization with that. Okay, he's either on literally the other side of the level and it just made me invade back here because the game's dumb, or he's back at the start. But I don't think you invade where I did if they're back at the start. Yeah, I don't think he's out there. Okay, I normally don't do this, but I'm just leaving because if he's already on the other side of the level and I've been hanging out here this whole time, he's probably so long gone that it's just not even worth it. It'll be easier to just invade someone else entirely at that point. Need to sleep? Yep, sleep well. Sleep is very important. This is such a good spawn point because you're never going to forget to blow up the barrels. Probably my favorite place to spawn, actually. Okay, mobs are saved. Get this guy over here. Follow the sound. It's so funny that thralls do that. Okay, there's a blue. He is behind us, which actually it might behoove me to turn around and go get him. That is looking like, what do we got? Broadswords? No, just straight sword, okay. No, katana, excuse me. And he be summoning a phantom. That is not ideal. He's just gonna run away. He's not even gonna try to fight right now. Actually, he did try to swing there, which is why he got hit. But I don't want to get boxed in, so I should back off now. Because there's a blue coming, and the phantom's coming. Like I waited quite a while to swing there. I probably shouldn't have swung the third time, because it meant I couldn't roll, which is not great. I am truly surprised he fell for that. I think I could have hit him with that R1 there. I just hit the thing. This is gonna be tough. This weapon be slow, so you have to be pretty careful. Very easy to get punished, like when you whiff. Or hell, even if you don't whiff and you just roll through it, and it's it can be pretty bad. You're being pretty cowardly. I'm just not doing that good of damage right now. Oh, I should have free aimed that. I knew he was gonna roll that way. I absolutely should have free aimed that. I probably could have caught him. I almost caught him. Yes, yes, you have fire bombs and you're a pussy. We get it. Damn it. Oh my god. Like, imagine playing the game. That would be great. The thrall got him. If I only had more stam, I could have hit him again. Yeah, this is gonna be nice at higher level. I'll be able to follow up on like a hit like that. Because I didn't really win the hits right there because I couldn't do the swing. He just tried to blow up the barrels, but those are not explosive barrels, sir. Why is he even trying? Those are regular barrels. They don't blow up. I would like to get my health back the normal way. The blue is pretty much out of flasks, I think. That's good. I'm hoping they're going to be pansies here, and I can get my health back through my blessed item, but if they're smart, they won't do that. How on earth does this guy still have fire bombs? How did he aggro her? Unable to summon Phantom. Oh, that was fucking amazing. I don't know why that guy didn't back up, but that's what you call getting mobbed. That's what happens on Twitter, by the way. Including the insects there. Suddenly lag. Guy's name is Lord Christmas, I do believe. That was actually a good parry attempt because you can parry the running attack. I don't know if he knows that, and I don't know if he would have like parried the other attacks or not. I have no idea, but oh no, I think this guy thinks you can parry it. Oh boy. Man, I didn't have enough poise to get the hyper armor there. Oh, thank you, doggy. I didn't hit confirm there, so that the dog got the combo for me. And then he killed himself because he wanted to respawn back over there faster, so he's very meta. Good doggy there. That was a very strange invasion. I haven't used ultras in a long time, so that was very, odd, but I enjoyed it. Okay. I gotta do another one. We gotta do another one. I think I'm gonna have fun on this strength character. We're gonna have ultras, we're gonna have Gundyrs, Halberd, we're gonna have the twin axes, and those are a good time. We just gotta level the hell up, because this is not a very viable low-level character, so... We'll get to PvE in a minute. Please don't make me take fall damage here. I don't really like invading over here because it normally means they've already gone past the middle part, and that's a really fun place to fight. It's a good opportunity. Even if you don't kill them there, it's a really good opportunity to take flasks from them. Where if you're not here, they probably got past it without using many flasks. So, okay, they're either down that way. Okay, yeah, they're down that way. I think I take fall damage here, or if I go around, I won't. But it's probably worth it to just bite the bullet. Oh no, you don't. Okay. I'm just crazy. Man, like, all the good mobs are dead, though. Yeah, it looks like they've just ran past now that I'm here. Hey, Zer, thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Wait. Oh, what? How did that happen? Oh, great. Caster is not something I wanted to fight on an Ultra, but, we shall deal with it. See if I can get him to waste his magic here. Shoot the blue shit! Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Okay, and I gotta be clear here. I am not a twink, right? Look at this shit. Yeah, Hovel plus 0, life ring plus 0, right? We're just a guy. And then they fear the stick. They fear the stick. It's like chasing mice. The Phantom just died. Not sure how he accomplished that, but he did. So I suspect the host is either going this way or he is running back to the bonfire to resummon his friend. The door is open. Okay, I think he's going this way. Did he die to the... He might have died to the Flamberge guy. I've seen that happen before. Okay, he's already summoning him. Kind of sucks. Actually, I think what he did is he ran to the other bonfire immediately. I think that's what happened there. So he's summoning him back there. So I just took that full damage for no reason. Unfortunate. Yeah, so that sucks because the white gets all of his flasks back. Because he probably didn't have full flasks there. Mice might be smart, but they're not known for their bravery. Gotta be careful they don't slip past me here, because they could have been running. Oh crap, they may have already done that. Okay, let me go up to where I can confirm they haven't gone, and then we'll go backwards from there. That's the safe way to make sure they don't slip by. Okay. Hammer guy's not dead, but they could have ran past. He's okay, he's not active, so I'm pretty sure they have not been here. Let me get a cough drop. At least this is buying me time to get my health back. Okay. Oh, there they are. They literally are mice. That's exactly how mice react when they like suddenly see something. Is they just instantly run away. Oh, sweet Jesus. I love this weapon so much. Oh my god. Fully charged R2, just absolutely deleted. God, if I had the Lloyd sword ring from inside Cathedral of the Deep, that would have done a bit more. I should have just swung there. That's such a slow cast time. He just ran into the fire. Now, daggers actually counter the shit out of ultras, but I don't think this guy knows how to do that. Yeah, he had no idea what he was doing. Okay, that was pretty satisfying. That dude, that fully charged R2, man. Yeah, I didn't delay it at all. I just let it fire off the second it was max charge. Oh, good times, good times. All right, we gotta progress though with the game a bit. I wonder how fighting Dancer with this thing would go. I suspect very poorly because it's so slow, but it would be cool. Maybe if I get like my flask upgraded one more time. Let me see here. I never lit this bonfire. It is kind of a useless bonfire if you don't die at the start of the level, but I did not realize that. Oh man, New, why does your life always sound like suffering? I swear every time it's like it's either you're rolling 2000 SQ, it's not working, mats you don't have, or 16-hour or 11-hour layovers. Like, what's going on here? Okay, let me think. What do we need to do? I guess we need to kill Abyss Watchers. I do want to kill Dancer though, but I should probably get a wee bit stronger, especially if I want to use the ult. You know what? We'll give it a go though. I gotta just blow my souls and we'll give it a go. I don't want to. If I'm gonna give it a go though, I don't want to level up. But there's nothing else to use my souls on right now. I could buy shards. That's never a waste. In the long run, you're probably gonna buy these shards anyway. All right. Dancer with at low level with a great club. Don't know about this one. I have had to deal with airports several times in my life, and I've never had a layover, and I've never had to like fly in bad weather. I think I've been on like 4 or 5 flights in my life. But yeah, never had bad luck with them really. Didn't enjoy the airport experience regardless, but I was looking at chat and I almost got shot. Wait, BB Summer was rated up? Why was BB Summer rated up? Oh, was she just part of like the rotating banner? I don't even know. Damn. Kind of hard to do that without trading. Oh, Ember. Oh, New Year's. Right, NA exists, of course. Summer BB does have pretty cool gameplay though, like she's quite unique. Okay, the smart thing to do is let my health regen to get to full health. But because this thing is only +2, that is going to take a minute. Let's see, what is the rate? Oh boy, that's pretty slow. I think we just, because, like, you don't get the shield ring if you're not at max health, but you don't want to waste a flask for 35 health. Let's see. This ring is good here, however, so is this, because our stam is a real problem right now. But we want to get to max health as often as possible, so we probably use the Estus ring. Actually, you don't have to be full health. You have to be like 99% or 100% or whatever. Oh, then we got invaded. Well, too bad for him. Definitely a twink. You never get invaded by high wall, but anything but twinks. I'm sure one miracle guy had a legit invader, but the nice thing about baiting an invader like that, though, although that was not intentional, it just happened to go down like that. But you can get Seed of a Giant that way. Just had to do that attack. What? I think it's because she like turned a bit, so like I wasn't like quite in the right spot there. That sucks. Well, we do damage. It's just hard to hit her without getting smacked ourselves because we're so slow. That attack she just hit me with is like what she always hits me with. Honestly, if I did use weapon buffs, I could probably kill her pretty quick. That's more effective though with faster weapons because they add a flat amount of damage. Oh boy. Okay, she'll go forward first. Damn, I'm still way too close. That was not worth the one hit we got. I delayed my roll a little too much there. What the fuck? Not the goop, and the goop. We're in a terrible spot right now. She kind of did a bad attack there, though. I hit the wall. I have to back off that one. I can't get the sweet spot. I rolled, but it was just barely too late. Had more stam, I might have been able to get a hit in there, but damn, I was stuck in my recovery from the swing too long there. Ah, damn. I got greedy there. That was close. Okay, we don't have to pick up our souls, though. We can just invade. Like, we don't have to deal with that. If I'd used a weapon buff throughout that fight, I definitely would have won there. And, I was just more careful. I probably would have been alright. Yeah, I think we're a little too high for this place now. We could go to the forest, but, like, if it wasn't twinks, you know, I'd be fine. And I don't mind fighting people that are better at the game. It's the fact that they have, you know, bullshit items that give them a ridiculous stat advantage. That's why I don't like low level, because at high level you can't give yourself a stat advantage, so, you know, you're just playing the game. I've been Sanson once, and yeah, you can Sanson yourself. I think Moobot has somehow changed something though, where the streamer doesn't count as being in the viewer list. I don't understand it though, because I am there. So there's literally nothing in the code for the bot that should prevent me from getting Sansoned, but I haven't been Sansoned in like 3 years. Boy reveling in my defeat, I see. Not getting anybody right now. There we go. One day's all. Not really headhunting for it. Oh, they've already gone through this part. Unfortunate. Wait, did I hear their footsteps or was that mine? Because they've already done that part, I would expect them to be later in the level, but maybe for some reason they were running back. Oh, there they are. Oh, that is a twink. Or a password summon, either way. Pretty much I have to switch weapons because I have to have the threat of pairing that thing or we're pretty fucked. Which sucks, my stats are so unmeta for what I'm using right now because I put all those points into strength and this is raw, so it's not benefiting from those strength points. So I just straight up have less health than I could have. God, I wish I had cat ring right now. The backstab. Need to see what is available in the level here. Okay, I'm guessing the door is closed. Yeah, it is. Okay. Like how they don't want to fight with mobs, even though they're got like a level 100 or some crap with them. So bullshit that hit me. How did that? What? Somehow the really high level almost died to the thrall. I'm guessing he didn't like respect his moveset and he got hit by the triple swing, would be my guess. If I had known he was that bad at PvE, I would have attacked him there. I swear, glaives are my least favorite weapon. I don't mind them as much in 1v1, because they're pretty easy to backstab. But in team play, it's like just the worst thing ever. Oh my god, these guys are fucking pansies. Oh my god, I just cannot imagine, like, if Cairo summoned me and I was using, like, my level 120, and then we get invaded by this, just like I in regular low-level gear, there's no world where I'm like, yeah, let's just sit back and do nothing and be giant pansies. Like, it's just, there's no way that would happen. Generally, when me and Cairo are playing together and we get invaded, we are just murder mode. Damn it, I was hoping the host wasn't gonna be there because I think I could get a backstab on that guy, the way he's playing. Look at this. Just look at this. Like, if I was a twink, you know, it'd be a little bit more understandable. Still maybe a little silly, but I very much am not that. I should have kicked him. This might kill. Oh, thank God. Surprised this guy never did the weapon art. You fool! I am so glad that's over with. I could just tell that was going to be so toxic. I could just tell that was going to be so toxic, so I'm glad the host was an idiot. Because they were going to be super slow, and the halberd guy was just going to mash R1 anytime I got even... But only when the host is around. Here's the thing. if you're bad at PvP, the smart thing to do is not be a giant pussy because you won't learn anything, right? If you're always relying on your teammate and you know, you're never trying to to try anything. Like, does this work? If I'm coming at them and they swing as I approach them, does it work if I roll? Does it work if I attack? Does it work if I try to hyper arm it? Right? You want to try to figure stuff out, right? God damn it. Okay, we need to go back to the bonfire. Anyway, it's like it doesn't behoove you to just play like a you know, a pansy. Just there's no point. Okay. I don't know why we're using large club on Dancer, but I'm sorry, great club. But we is. Yeah, I could definitely feel it though. Like it was, you know, the recovery time before you can roll, like that got me hit like twice. So it's not the best. Dude, these guys normally just don't swing, and now they're just like swinging the second I come at them. Why must you be like this? I get my own way a lot. So something that can really help is, I don't know if you have the means to do this, but if you can record your own matches, that's a really good way to kind of notice when you're doing like bad muscle memory, when you're kind of like doing some kind of like habit that's like getting you destroyed. That's a really good way to notice that kind of thing. And I'm going to do that with Elden Ring all the time. I'm going to like record every 1v1 match I ever do, and I'm going to try to get good. One of these days, I know, like, I think Lonely Boy wants to fight me and Zert wants to fight me. We'll do that at some point. I need to just, plan ahead, really. The only reason I haven't done a lot of, like, dueling like that is it kind of invites stream snipers, and that can get really dumb, but, I would be happy to fight, like, people in my community. I don't want to fight them all the time, right? I don't want my chat, like, stream sniping me constantly. That's really annoying and can, like, really ruin the natural fun of this game, but yeah, Zert and Lonely deserve it, so. Be very laggy, that sucks. I'm guessing you live far away from me. Tis what it is. Part of me wants to slap Buff, but no, we'll man mode this. EU. I've had some connections with EU that are okay. It kind of just depends. Like if both of us have good internet, then it's probably all right. Like yeah, it's not gonna be the best connection of all time or anything, but I actually had someone in China once that, although it's definitely, you know, in China, really, I kind of hate that attack because it's just, you kind of have to assume she does it because the startup is so fast. Maybe I'm just old and my reaction time is too slow, but definitely feels like you can't reaction parry it. Parry it, what am I saying? Dodge it. What are we doing, lady? That slam is, I knew it, I was even gonna say she slams at the end, but it's so delayed. That's not good, we've already used 2 flasks. Damn it! Oh, hitboxes though. Hey, I've had some near misses, so she can afford them too. So she's gonna go Super Saiyan here. Oh, that was close. I probably didn't have to do a running attack. I probably could have done a regular one, which does more damage. Oh, damn, so close. I get the sweet spot there. Ooh, I almost rolled too soon there. I'm gonna get wrecked. Damn it, I should just roll back. I wanted to get the damage in, but I should just roll backwards. We had 7 flasks and she was that low, and I just got greedy. I thought I might be able to get like just a little bit behind her so it wouldn't hit me, and then I could hit her, but I should have just rolled out. If I rolled out, I wouldn't have gotten hit by either part of it, really. Damn, that's my own fault. Greed is bad. Or is it, though? The thing is, rollback wouldn't really work in a 3D game. I really recommend people, like, there's some videos out there these days that really explain what rollback is. And, yeah, rollback would actually be awful in a 3D game. It would not work well. It's actually a real problem with Dark Souls is, there's not really a good way to do the netcode, to be honest. Now, they can definitely do better than they have. There is absolutely better netcode out there than what FromSoft is using for their games. And they don't seem to have upgraded their netcode really much at all since, like, Dark Souls 2. So, maybe they will in Elden Ring. We'll see. People said the network test was a little bit better, but a lot of times the network tests seem to be on, like, a different server or something. And the network tests almost always seem better than the actual game in terms of the connectivity. So we'll have to see. But, yeah, I don't think rollback would work for Dark Souls. A lot of, like, really weird shit would happen. The reason it works in, like, fighting games is because fighting games are very predictable in what, like, people are going to do. You only have so many options, really. Like, the movement is just so much more restrictive. What I need to do is try to swing when I think he's going to swing, but he has so little health that I'm not sure he's ever going to swing. Yeah, there's a blue here. The host is just running away. Oh, what? You go this way? There's the blue. Yeah, he's over by the Mountain Maker, which you cannot activate if you have a Phantom in your world, so... That's a dead end for him. I should not have swung there. You have to be very careful against great swords. This guy's probably... I need to free aim that. I need to always free aim that. Oh, he fell for it. Feels good. Oh, I could have punished the hell out of that. Oh, there's another blue. Z Fun Police. See, and then I didn't delay it, and it catches him. I fucking love this weapon, dude. It's so much fun. Because I get used to the delayed one, like, okay, I won't fall for the R1 this time, but then you don't delay it, the thing at all. So the host was over here. Question is he still over here? Did I fall damage from that? Okay, he knocked that over. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna act like I don't see him. I fucked it up. Look at this man. We could have had a manly Ultra versus Ultra, and he switched off. This is sad. That would have been so cool. Also, I don't have enough poise to actually get the swing there. That's kind of lame. Gonna be one of these guys. Oh, he was actually going for it, but he noticed. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. You get him used to the R1 or the charged R2, then you just throw out a R2. It's great. What was his name? I didn't pay attention. What was his name? Was his name Bonk? Because yeah, you definitely should have... It's obvious he wants to use that thing, because you can't even have that weapon at this point in the game. He got his friend to drop it for him. That's like, I think that was Yorm's machete, which you cannot have killed Yorm at this point. So he obviously, that's like what he wants to use. That's gonna be his like build, especially if his name is Bonk, because that weapon is a very bonky weapon. But yeah, chickened out there. I can't wait until we have like the stats to use this more properly. And then we'll have some other weapons to switch to, because there are going to be situations where this thing is just terrible. But we'll have twin axes. I think we can use a longsword as well. We'll have Gundar's halberd, stuff like that. We'll have a couple other ultras as well. Like we'll have like the horizontal ultras. Like we'll do like Lothric, or Cathedral Knight. That's what we'll do. Cathedral Knight. Great sword. That's going to be fun. I've always wanted to use that. I've actually never used it ever. Like I've never ever used it. And I know what its moveset is though, so I'm really looking forward to that. Damn, not quite. Jesus Christ, that was close. So if I just play smart, I'm sure I can beat this, even with the goddamn Great Club. But being smart is the problem. If we had more time before Elden Ring, I would definitely make a sorcerer character. Like, they're better in PvP than people give them credit for. They're not like super amazing top tier, but you really can do some stuff. And I would love to show that off. And I used a sorcerer a long time ago, and I was quite good at it, but that was many years ago, so I'd probably have to relearn a good bit myself. But that's a fun process. So. That was close. Chat, I'm not gonna lie though, even though we're at a really suboptimal level for this weapon, I'm loving it. It is really fun. It's just, god damn it, Dancer, that's probably gonna kill us because we don't have the oh, no, just barely. I was gonna say, if we had the shield ring active, we'd probably be okay, but that's a lot of flasks, though. This would be a lot easier if I upgraded my flask one more time. It'd make it so I could get to full health a lot easier. But also, I don't know why. I truly do not know why, but not a lot of people use this weapon correctly. Like, I see plenty of people use this weapon, but they just use it like every other Ultra in the game, and they don't do any of this R2 stuff. I don't get it. Like, that's like literally the point of using it. I think it's because they like Ultras and they think it looks cool, so they just want to use it for that. And they don't think about like, oh yeah, this thing has a really unique R2 mechanic. I should not have swung there. Took me too long to get close to her. Thought I had to slam at the end, but I guess I'm crazy. I'm playing really bad on this one. Not concentrating. Oh, I just missed a really good damage opportunity. All right. Haven't seen that move in this whole time. I don't really know why we won on that one. I played way better last time. I think I just jerked up last... That's right, I got hit by that double thing, but we played so much better last time. Like I said, almost all my flasks. That time we kind of just stumbled through. But I'll take it. I mean, 15 plus 2, it's not too bad. Alright, well, I kind of just beat her for fun. We don't actually... Wait, no, we do need to come over here, right? Because my twin axes are from the mob here. Although, good luck killing them right now, but... we can get a flash shard. We'll kill the twin axe guy one time and see if we just get a miracle drop, but the odds of him dropping it are pretty bad. We don't have like the item boost stuff yet. What we'll do is once we go to Cathedral, we can get Patches to show up, and Patches sells the coins, and we can just buy a bunch of coins and boost our drop rate that way. And we have the rapier as well, so that'll help. Yeah, twin axes I'm gonna use a lot on this character. That's gonna be really fun. They have just some of the highest damage output possible. They're one of the best weapons ever to one-shot someone with. You really want to put a weapon buff on them, even if it's just a resin, because it'll apply the weapon buff twice, and they already do so much damage. So, yeah, that's like their shtick. Let's see. But the one issue with them is their range is pretty crap. So you try to either force hit trades or just like roll catch people or gank them when they're not paying attention, because the damage output from just landing like an L1 is nuts. But the range is pretty bad. Coup coins, I wish. Farm souls and Dark Souls to buy coup coins in FGO? Yes, please. I'll farm 1,000,000 souls, thank you. Alright, we can also get a bone shard over here. So if I wanted to be a twink asshole and like not level up and get really OP, I'd go fight Osiris right now, and then after we beat Osiris, we'd fight Gundyr. And then if I beat Gundyr, I could get Prisoner's Chain, which is just... it's good always, but it is so broken at low level, like holy crap. Like, I'd have more endurance, more health, and I could wear slightly heavier armor. Like, but we're not going to be a scumbag like that. Also, most people that have Prisoner's Chain, they didn't get it legit. They didn't kill Dancer at low level. They didn't kill Osiris at low level. They didn't kill Gundyr at low level. They got their friend to drop the ring, and they just picked it up, and then their friend reloaded the save and got theirs back, and that's it. That's basically everybody. No toxic. Dude, I couldn't live with myself. I just couldn't be that guy. I could not be that guy that, you know, has fucking favor +3, Prisoner's Chain, Hobble +3, wears like Millwood chest and Lap's helmet or whatever, or Gundyr set, and is playing at level, you know, 10, right? Like, I can't be that guy. The only time I'd want to be that guy is when you're fighting that guy, and then you can kind of throw it in their face if you're just as status as them and but better at the game, right? But, it's not worth it. Like, I wouldn't want to do all that. Because then every time I invaded someone that wasn't a twink, I'd have to switch the gear off, or vice versa, and... that's a lot of work. Okay, wait a minute. I've kind of aggroed... hold on. Let me try to kill what I can here. I'm hoping the knight fucked off. I need endurance. I will say this build would be a lot better with Prisoner's Chain, because it gives you endurance, and we need it. Yeah, it'd be a lot freer to swing and do mix-up and then still roll out if I need to, if I had favor and Prisoner's Chain. But we shall level up and do it proper. Actually, I haven't fought this guy in a while, and he's got a move where he has a follow-up that's so fast, so you have to be careful of that. So like a boom-boom move. Oh no. We're indoors. Look at him do that roll. That's it. Yeah, as soon as I saw him do it, I realized that was it. I haven't fought this guy in a while, but I remembered that. Oh crap, there's a mob there. Not good. He's spinning, boys! I have the wrong ring on, by the way. I gotta get rid of that shield guy. He's flasking. I know this guy's gonna attack me at the worst time ever if I keep him alive. It's just I'm so low level, I can't even break his guard smoothly there. He's still alive. I swear, if he flasks again. Gotta be kidding me with this. Oh my god! Make it stop! Okay. That was close. Well, we tried. I kind of want to. We gotta kill this guy. We can't beat Dancer and then die to Axe Boy. This is really tough with this weapon. I would definitely be better off with the battle axe, but we gotta man mode this. Boy, that guy messed it up. So the shield guys are such a problem because I can't easily break their guards. And I'd have to focus on someone else. It's really hard for me to deal with that. So we need to make sure we kill those guys one at a time. Okay, that's the shield guy that aggroed, I think. I didn't have enough stam! I did not aggro the guys behind him, because then we're never gonna... Jesus, these guys are such a problem with this thing. Yeah, flask. Go, see what happens. You use a flask. Oh my god, he got the flask off. He saw what happened. He got the heal, lived, and we died. Yep. Okay. Very good. Dude, that spear guy. What's stupid is... The reason it's really hard to kill him is because I can't aggro the guys behind him, and he's so passive, he's not moving. Being understated is not great when fighting a shield opponent. Also, I don't have enough endurance to like swing and roll, which is rough. Well, longsword if we need it. We will have the stats eventually to use a heavy longsword, so that definitely has its uses. Hey, he's actually coming forward this time. There's just that guy right there, which is what he's trying to bait me into. Come on, sword guy. Come on. Come on. Don't. No, no, no. Put it down. No, get. There you go. Okay. What's kind of funny is if you're not understated, an ultra is actually a very good way to fight these guys because it'll guard break them just so easily. Okay, let's go, big guy. Well, we both just whiffed horribly. Kind of, sad that I don't stagger him, but I guess that's the point of this guy. He's like a mini boss. Being kind of hopeful there in my ultra. I was trying to do the spell cast, but thankfully we stopped that. Maybe a fully charged R2 would stagger him though. Like you definitely can stagger these kind of enemies. It's just not easy. Yep, that does stagger him. But I wasn't charging it when he was on the ground, so. Oh my god, this guy's harder than Dancer. At least with these low of stats, anyway. It's mainly the weapon. If you're not doing like big damage, you just burst enemies down or breaking the guards immediately. Ultras are just terrible. Like it's just, this thing is so slow. It is so hard to not hit trade. And because, you know, we do so little damage, hit trading is a terrible idea. I've noticed the R2 sends normal enemies like flying, so you can't actually do the follow-up. That's so satisfying, though. May not be optimal, but it feel good. Okay. This guy. See, now I don't have to worry about people behind you, and I can just beat the shit out of you. No problem. Alright, round like a million here. I'm gonna use a fucking Ember. What they're there for. Can I actually hit him this time? Okay, we actually hit him. Look at that tactical roll. Where did those axes even go? Down here seems like the most space, I think. No, don't get stuck. There you go. Right in here. This... Oh my god! He encapsulates Dark Souls PvP. That's incredible. Holy shit. That was the best thing I've seen all night. Dude did triple tactical roll there. That's like that that Star Trek meme, like the unnecessary epic maneuver, you know, like the unnecessary rolling. That is incredible. PvP god, indeed. You have to like be really close to get the backstab. Also, I think this thing's backstab comes out slower. I think that's one reason we're not getting it. This is foolish because I don't have it stam. Thankfully he missed. That's not his best attack, I'm not gonna lie. I think it can roll catch. Like if you roll as soon as you see it, I bet you it roll catches, as long as you don't get out of the way. I was expecting the tactical roll and I was gonna try to roll punish him, but he's too good. I actually think when he rolls like that, it's input reading, so he won't do it randomly. That's my guess anyway. Oh fuck, I probably could have just swung on him there. Oh, can you imagine how amazing that would have been if he dropped the axes? So when we farm that drop, we're not using this thing unless we're way higher level. We'll use like the battle axe or whatever. That'll be much easier. Boss fight time. That was tough, dude. That was tough. All right, let's maybe do one more invasion, or we level up. We should probably level up. Let's get some stats on us. We could go beat up Abyss Watchers. So this character is going to go to probably 66 or 65 or 70 or something. Somewhere in there is our goal. Very well taken. So we do have to be very careful about how much dex we get. When I stop streaming, I'm going to look up what Gundir's Halberd dex requirement is, because I got to make sure we that's like the minimum. Like, we want to get just that much dex and nothing else. All right. In the meantime, I think we get. I want to get endurance, but we're pretty behind on health right now, so it'd be smarter to do. Whoa, I can get pretty high. I guess it's because I killed Dancer. I wouldn't mind pit stopping at 30 for like Cathedral, so we'll go to that. That's pretty cozy right there.
Farewell,
We need to be +3 then. Do we fight Abyss Watchers, chat, with the big boy? Yes, yeah, I had a feeling that chat wanted that. We'll give it a go. Oh, I need to do a Cathedral of the Deep though, but we could do Abyss Watch. I forgot to... Hold on, I forgot to loot the bone shard. We came all this way. So if I get, let's see, what's the next flash shard I could get? Because one more flash shard and we actually get 6 flasks with an invader, and that's awesome. That's a real benefit to killing Dancer early, is you get ahead on flasks a bit, so being a Phantom is a little bit more comfortable. That guy went in. I really am looking forward to this character. It's just gonna be so different than our other characters, and I like that. That's what I noticed. A lot of other characters, you know, there are different level ranges and a few different weapons, but they're pretty similar. Okay, why is this bonfire still deactivated? Am I getting invaded? Nope, nope, enemy was just too close. I figured he was far enough away there, but okay, let us grab this bad boy. While I'm here, let me grab the loot down here. That way I don't have to drop down here whenever I come to this zone for real. I can just drop down up there and get that loot. Efficiency. Although I probably have to drop down here anyway, because I doubt I can kill this guy without the thief murdering me. Actually, that did pretty good damage. Alright, that worked out. I guess Ultras really do have a good jumping attack. Alright. That'll make it, the next time we come here, it'll be significantly less annoying. I can just ignore that entire side of the level. Halberds are pretty fun. Halberds are pretty fun. So, it takes 15 dex? Okay, thanks. That's actually useful. So we'll go up to 15 dex. Does that mean we can use Exile? Let me look. The key to Gundyrs is you must know how to free aim the charge and wiggle it so you don't get parried. That it is so important. If you can't do that, you're not gonna do well with that thing. Let's see, Exile is 16. Maybe we'll see what level we're at, and maybe we can, you know, put in the 1 point of dex. It's just, I don't know. Exile's good, it really is, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it to kind of mess up our. Because at that point we're almost a quality build instead of a strength build. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if that invader that invaded us and got booted out in like half a second. Let's see if he gave us a seed. I think they have a 50% chance of spawning seeds in this game. Come on, game. There we go. Nope. Alright, we'll go to Abyss Watchers. Yeah, I can always respect, but you know, you gotta use a slab and all that. Although I don't know if we'll be high enough to actually go to +10. We might go +7. If we're like 65 or 70, I feel like +7 is what we'll actually want to have. I did. Oh boy, the inefficiency. I didn't turn in the shard. I didn't turn in the bone shard. I did. Oh, chat, I'm tricking you guys. I'm making you watch loading screens. That's actually what this stream is. This is not a PvP stream. This is not a strength build. This is a loading screen stream. That's all it is. You've been had. Okay, there we go. Nice little +4 there. If we beat Abyss Watchers, we can actually get the bone shard in that boulder, like right after them. We could get +5. When is the next flash shard I could get? Let me think. I guess Smoldering Lake. There's one like right there in Smoldering Lake. So if I go to Smoldering Lake, which all I'd have to do is beat the Abyss Watchers to get to, then I could have 6 flasks. That would be very comfy. That would make our PvP moving forward quite a bit nicer, I feel. And you can't even read the lore in time. You have to actually manually go to the items. Okay, that one you can read in time. That's one of the simplest items of descriptions I have ever seen in the Soul series, so I don't know if that one counts. Do I have a dagger? I should. Yeah, I do. I did not fire infuse it though. Need to fix that. I guess I can unequip that. I want to get the Nameless Knight set. I don't think we're going to use it. I'm so glad that one shot. I'd have been so disappointed if it didn't. Kat, do you think Elden Ring is going to have a poison swamp? I have a feeling it will. I think they've had a poison swamp in every single game. 100%, 1000%, yeah. Yeah, I suspect it will. Yellowfinger sometimes invades you when you're this close, which is kind of annoying because this big guy is here. There's some loot back there we actually want to get, but we can deal with that later. I just want to fight the boys. Kind of a snow area. That's a pretty safe bet as well, I would say, and I'm okay with that. Who dreads going to a snow area? Actually, I like Blighttown, and I actually like, for the most part, World 5 in Demon Souls. It's really only this one I don't like, and it's not because the poison is a big deal or anything. It's just this zone is boring. It's long, it's tedious, it like overlaps on itself, but not in any kind of interesting way. Like, I do not care for it. It's one of the zones I dread doing. I like doing almost every zone in Dark Souls 3 except for the swamp, and I'm kind of iffy on Smoldering Lake. I kind of like it and I kind of hate it. It's very unique and it's fun doing like getting the bow to shoot everything and that kind of stuff. But it's kind of boring too. It's just a lot of running around, a lot of really important loot that you can't skip. But it's not the most, there's not a lot of fun gameplay. There's not a lot of fun mobs to fight, right? The mobs are kind of annoying and that kind of thing. Like, I like fighting tough enemies, right? The enemies you have to sit down and understand their moveset and interact. I like that a lot, right? When I'm fighting like the fat ladies, that's fun. There's and like the Pontiff Knights, right? That's great. I love that stuff. But Smoldering Lake doesn't really have that. It's got a bunch of fire spamming guys. You have to fight like 2 at the same time, and like you couldn't possibly skillfully dodge any of that. And it's just like, that's not really what I'm looking for here. And like even the lizard or the worm, if you fight it without the crossbow helping you, it's really easy and boring. You just get behind it and you just literally just wait for him to do his attacks that could never possibly hit you, which is all of them, by the way. And then you just run up and smack him a couple times, then run out and do it again. And it's not that great. I do enjoy though having like the crossbow murder everything. The Black Knight's fun. Fighting the Night Slayer dude's fun, but that is such a small percentage of the zone. Yeah, when I think about it, there really isn't a lot of fun enemies to fight in there, which kind of sucks. Pyro, have you seen any of these invasions that we've done with this weapon? Because they've been surprisingly entertaining. Like that one shot we landed, dude, that was so satisfying. I was very happy with that. Me lurking. Alright. It's Abyss Watcher time. We'll let the Dark Wraith boy. I actually like 1v1ing Dark Wraiths. They're another pretty fun, engaging enemy to fight. I'm so looking forward to Elden Ring and just figuring out the enemies and enjoying the little 1v1s. Because a lot of people just, man, they just cheese, right? I don't want to do that, right? I want to sit down and have a good combat experience. I get it when you fought an enemy 1,000 times or whatever, or you're just trying to quickly get to an item or what. I get that, but okay, we're getting bodied by this guy. I'll tell you what though, Chad, I am not going to use an Ultra as my primary weapon on my first playthrough. I am going to make a strength build, so I probably will have one, and I probably will use it some, and we will probably PvP with it, but okay, I like how- what? I'm just completely behind this guy. And like he's just hitting me constantly because he gets the bullshittest hitboxes of all time. Good God, nice spear by the way. Gotta swing preemptively more. Okay, I need to kill everything because I want to summon the NPC. We won't use him for the boss fight, but I want to get his emote. You can get it by Pontiff, and it's easier to get it there, but we're already here, so I figured just get it done. I mean, I am trying to keep my expectations reasonable, and so if Elden Ring sucks, I'm not going to be soul crushed, but I've enjoyed every FromSoft game I've ever played, so I don't really see any reason why I wouldn't enjoy Elden Ring. Maybe a little bit more damage there than I would have liked. God, Ultras, man. I think I kind of have to flask. I guess am I like the actual level range people do Abyss Watchers at? I think I'm a little lower. I think most people do it at like 40, because I think most people do Cathedral first, but you can see signs. Yeah, these three signs are probably all higher level than me, I suspect. But, alright, there's our NPC. I actually never played Ninebreaker, but I am aware that that's the Armored Core game that nobody likes. I am well aware of that. No, I never played that one. All of the Armored Core games I have played, I have liked. Maybe except for Armored Core 5. I don't know if I would go as far as to say that I liked that game. I don't think I hated it, but it was very disappointing in comparison to all the other Armored Core games. And then Verdict Day is also not as good as it could be, but it's much better than 5. Yeah, I think some people might have naturally just found Abyss Watchers first, but it's really easy to go to Cathedral. Like, it's a very obvious path. And they definitely want you to do Cathedral first, because doing Cathedral first gives you the item that lets you buy anti-poison. It gives you the Poison Bite Ring. Like, just, you know, like, yeah, level-wise, they're kind of the same, but I do definitely think they intended you to do it first, especially if you're struggling. I think they think if you're struggling with a swamp, maybe you'll look around for something else to do, and you'll find Cathedral. Or you just happen to find Cathedral first. Either way, that's I think how they see it. And that's why Cathedral has a bunch of items to help you in the swamp. I actually don't remember what I did first on my first playthrough. I do not remember at all. I know I did Abyss Watchers, you know, fairly early, but I have never fought Abyss Watchers with an Ultra ever, so this is gonna be a thing. My. This thing is, it's only +3! This thing is only +3, and it's doing that much damage, and yeah, it's slow as hell, and, you know, there's problems, but, you know, as we see here in this picture. But that damage is nutty. There's the Dark Wraith one, essentially. I've actually seen him kill the boss before, which he's actually kind of doing right now. I love this song. Unfortunately, we're gonna trigger phase 2, which isn't as good, but such an atmospheric song, and it fits so well. Oh, that's not the one that ends with the leap. Getting my attacks confused. Well, we're really fucking this up right now. Come on, do the leap. Although because I'm using an Ultra, I can probably just hit him, to be honest. I would have really liked it if that roll caught, but he rolls pretty far. Wow! That is insane. If you actually like know Abyss Watcher's moveset really well, you could fucking annihilate him with an Ultra. If I had more stamina swung again there, that would have almost killed him. I would love to land a fully charged R2 on this man, but that would be rather difficult. Look at the little hop. Gives him iframes. Jesus. So this would be a terrible weapon to fight them and do no hit, but if you want to just kill them, honestly, it actually works pretty well. Like if you're okay with hit trading here and there, and just so much damage. And I get that's only +3. Like you could easily have it more upgraded by now. Yeah, maybe we should have gone for the fully charged R2. I wonder if it knocks him over. I really do wonder. Maybe we'll New Game Plus on this character and do that. So the lore behind the Abyss Watchers is they're like inspired by Artorias from the first game, and they basically want to combat the Abyss at any cost. Like they're very zealous about that. So if like a kingdom is like showing even slight signs of the Abyss, they'll just invade the whole thing and burn it to the ground and you know cause earthquakes to whatever necessary to completely obliterate the whole place. So they're very zealous like that, but they eventually fell to the Abyss themselves because that's generally the way of it. The funny thing is the Abyss is not always evil, and this is something we reiterate in every single Dark Souls game. Like there is a good Abyss and a bad Abyss essentially. Like the Abyss can be used for ill and it can become corrupt and feral and bad, but the Abyss can also be like comforting and kind and not evil, and it's actually kind of implied. Nothing ever straight up says this, but I think if you look at like the overall story with what Gwyn did and everything, I really think Gwyn is responsible for why the Abyss has become like somewhat corrupt. I think because he basically links humanity to the fire, so he can basically burn humanity to continue the Age of Fire for longer than it's supposed to go. Like, so they're trying to like artificially keep the Age of Fire going and going and going instead of the Age of like Man happening. And I nothing straight up says it, but I really do think the reason the Abyss starts like going wild and you have things like Manus and things like that is because of Gwyn. I really think that's why. And because if you look at like some of the lore about like ancient humanity and the pygmies and stuff, there's no mention of like humanity going wild and stuff, and you even have like the opposite being said about it. So I really think what made it go wild was him linking the fire to humanity, and that's why sometimes the Abyss goes batshit insane. And it's like warped, because like the Abyss is being warped. The Abyss is supposed to take over. It's the natural order of the world is Age of Ancients, which is like the dragons and gray and rocks and shit, and it's supposed to be Age of Fire, which is like the Age of the gods, and then it's supposed to be Age of Man, which is supposed to be the Abyss, you know, humanity, sprites, and all that shit. And then I don't know what the fuck is supposed to happen after that, but Gwyn basically stops that from ever happening, and the Age of Fire keeps like restarting. It's bullshit. But yeah, it's not really clear. And I actually wish they had kind of cleared some of that stuff up with Dark Souls 3. But what's kind of weird though is Dark Souls 2 and 3 were never supposed to happen. And it's kind of, in my opinion, what Miyazaki had in mind was if you did the dark ending in Dark Souls 1, that was supposed to just end it. That was supposed to end all the BS with Gwyn and the unnatural Age of Fire and everything. It's Dark Souls 2 and 3 that kind of made up the whole, the Age of Dark never actually takes root fully, and it, you know, Dark Sign, blah, 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 it's still happening, yada, yada, but I think they just made that up to have a reason to have Dark Souls 2 and 3 exist. And it's kind of interesting, but I kind of liked the idea that you could actually fix it, but the fixed ending, like the air quotes good ending, is actually what most mainstream players would think is the bad ending, which I actually think is really interesting. Like, if you play Dark Souls 1 and you have no idea what's happening, and you just kind of believe what all the NPCs tell you, and you just kind of look at what the intro tells you, you're going to think you're supposed to link the fire and save the day, and it's all great. But that's, like, all nonsense. And I actually really like that. Yeah, I really dislike that, like, Dark Souls 2 and 3 really kind of took away from the dark ending in Dark Souls 1. And a lot of, like, I don't know how to put this. I'm kind of split because a lot of the stories and characters and ideas that happen in Dark Souls 2, and especially 3, but even in 2, is really interesting, right? Like there's cool characters and there's like, you know, cool things they do with the concepts of like the, you know, abyss and everything. It's all really interesting. But I do think it was a more complete story when it was just Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2 definitely are tacked on, and I do think it kind of takes away from it a bit. And actually, I think Dark Souls 3 is completely self-aware of that. Like, I think Miyazaki absolutely has some like meta stuff in this game about that, because Dark Souls 3 is so about how things being repeated makes it like road over time, and it's kind of how like Dark Souls, the formula, you know, doesn't really work the same way if you just keep repeating Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, it doesn't really work. That's such a theme in this game. And like that's just reiterated in every bit of Dark Souls 3. I truly think Miyazaki did that on purpose. I think a lot of the symbolism in Dark Souls 3 is about how people want it to go on. People want Dark Souls 4. People want Dark Souls 5. But ultimately, it's kind of bad to do that, and it kind of takes away from what made it special in the first place. I truly think that's intentional, and like a lot of things Miyazaki has said in interviews and stuff, I really think he feels that way. And I don't think he hates Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2. You know, I think he loves the Dark Souls series, but I think he understands like the need to, you know, make Sekiro, make Bloodborne, make Elden Ring, right? And I think he knows you need to, you know, do new things. And yeah, the second DLC is actually really on the nose about, okay, hold on, let me not get murdered here. I like Gale, but it's definitely not my favorite boss fight in Dark Souls 3, and certainly not in video games ever. Actually, in terms of thematicness and stuff, I actually like Soul of Cinder a lot more. Now, I do think Gale is statted way better. Like, it is so easy to overstat Soul of Cinder, and that's like a huge problem. But I think Soul of Cinder represented, it's like, because Gwyn really represents the wanting the endless cycle and wanting, he can't let go. Like, he's afraid of letting go, and he's not even, like, he's not even selfish, because Gwyn is the first to sacrifice himself to save his, you know, precious Age of Fire, right? And, but, you know, that leads to exactly what we're talking about with, like, the series, you know, eroding over time and, you know, taking away from what made Dark Souls 1 good. So Gwyn, like, basically represents that. I don't think he originally was meant to represent that. He was just meant to represent what Dark Souls 1 was about, but... So Soul of Cinder ultimately taking on Gwyn's form like that, you know, it's like the final guardian at the end and everything. That's just so perfect, right? Like, it's so perfect for what I think Dark Souls 3 is about. And it's also just really cool to see, you know, Gwyn again, and you can't parry him this time. And also, Soul of Cinder's moveset is incredible. I mean, it's just incredible. He's understated, so you kind of have to handicap yourself to really enjoy it. But he's got such a big moveset, and it's just, you know, references all these things throughout the series, but not in an on-the-nose way. Like, I think in a pretty, you know, reasonable way. So I fucking just absolutely love that boss fight. I do like Gale, though. Gale's pretty cool, and he's got a fun moveset, obviously, and you got the cool music and all that kind of stuff. So I don't hate Gale, but to be frank, I don't find the Painted World lore to be even remotely as interesting as the actual lore of Dark Souls 3. So I don't really care about that stuff too much. And I get what he's doing with the symbolism there and like the painting representing the, you know, the next game and not being Dark Souls and something new and different. I get it. But yeah, overall I prefer like the base stuff more. But I don't mind Gale. I mean, Gale's fine. You know, Gale's cool. Midir's cool. Demon Prince can kind of go fuck itself. That's the only one I don't really like, but okay, I don't remember. If you don't have Cat Ring, this drop might actually hurt you, but I kind of want to do it anyway. I actually prefer the Painted World for what it was in Dark Souls 1. I think it was a lot better there, right? Because it had more to do with just like the history of the gods and how they were kind of throwing, you know, Velka's stuff away in there and you know, hiding Priscilla and all that. That's a little bit more, less symbolic and everything, but it was just really interesting. And it was very mysterious, you know, as they kind of expanded on it. And it's almost like a mirror of the normal world where they have cycles of like corruption and, you know, repainting it. You know, like how the normal world goes through these cycles of, you know, relinking the fire and all that. Like, you know, that's an interesting, you know, duality, but I liked it when it was just more unique in its own thing. I don't know why the plunging attack didn't come out. That was unsatisfying. Mr. Skeleton, he just slowly walks away from me and then gets bodied by the boulder there. I don't know what the best dragon fight is, so Nadir's good. A little hard to figure out though, like with how some of his breath attacks work. I think that frustrates a lot of people, and I would say rightfully so. Some of his breath attacks, the way you have to deal with them is a little frustrating. It almost encourages you to phase tank, which I don't think is good. But the rest of his moveset is quite good. And I don't remember the dragon fight in Dark Souls 2. I don't remember his moveset at all. I know what he looks like. I remember he's like Poison Dragon and all that, but I just don't remember his moveset. I don't think I hated it, but I have no opinion on if it's like amazing or what. I don't remember. Kalameet was pretty awesome. I gotta say, I like Kalameet quite a bit. I wish he was maybe a little bit harder, but he's not cheap. And I would prefer a boss to maybe be slightly too easy, but not be cheap in any way. And Kalameet is in no way cheap. And so I do like Kalameet, and I think you'll probably agree with me on this. Kalameet has the better lore. Kalameet's lore is incredible. He's literally the badass dragon that was too awesome to die from the Age of Ancients, right? Like that, it's just so great, right? Like everyone's afraid of him and everything. Like he is the badass dragon, right? Like that is great. I do like Midir though, and his lore is actually quite sad because he was basically manipulated, you know, by the gods to be something he's not even supposed to be. He doesn't even know it, and then he just gets like left, you know, to fight the abyss forever until he eventually falls to it, right? Like, that's so unfair to him, and it's quite sad. So yeah, I do like Midir, so I'd have to go and play the other games and really study those dragon fights to say what I think the best dragon fight is. I will say, it's not the Ancient Dragon. That one sucks. And it's not the Ancient Wyvern in this game. That one sucks. So Midir is way better than all of those, no question. And I just don't remember I don't remember the Poison Dragon well enough, so I don't have an opinion on that. And I would need to fight some of the other ones again. Let's see. There's Manus is such a good boss. Holy shit. I think that is one of, in terms of mechanics, I think that's probably Dark Souls 1's best boss. Not necessarily the best in terms of like the music, the atmosphere, and all that kind of stuff, but I think Manus is mechanically is definitely the boss from Dark Souls 1 that like keeps up with what you see in the other games the best, and sometimes eclipses it actually. Like he's a damn good boss, and he's got cool lore too because he's probably, you know, the furtive pygmy. I see a lot of people saying they don't think he's the furtive pygmy anymore because Ringed City kind of shows that there's multiple pygmies, but I don't believe that at all, because I think those other pygmies just come about because of the original furtive pygmy. That's just, I think they're just his descendants, and they talk about that in Dark Souls 1, how he you know, has descendants immediately. It doesn't just go straight to humans. They very much talk about that. So I think the Ringed City pygmies are just, you know, his kids essentially, right? You know, they're just like generations later, and I do think Manus is pretty clearly the furtive pygmy. I think the evidence for that is insane, but I've definitely seen a lot of people these days that don't think that anymore. It is interesting. Some lore in Dark Souls is completely set in stone, and there's no debate about it. And then some of it is, you know, vague, and you know, maybe they definitely point towards something, but it's not like they don't just straight up say it. And I kind of like that. Some people want all of it to be vague, but I actually like that there is some concrete stuff, right? And I think you need some concrete stuff to have interesting stuff to imagine and think about for the more vague stuff. And like, for example, Pontiff, a lot of Pontiff's lore is very set in stone. It's not like vague, you know, mystery stuff. And Pontiff's lore is awesome, and it makes everything else in Dark Souls 3 better, in my opinion. So Pontiff is like the sickest thing in Dark Souls 3 in terms of like an individual character with like a plot line. Yeah, I think regular Gwyn is a very good fight if you don't parry him. Right, he's way too easy to parry, and it ruins the fight, and it sucks, and it's lame, and I wish they'd never let you... I'm so glad you can't parry Soul of Cinder, and they obviously did that on purpose. But yeah, I think Gwyn is a great fight if you don't parry him. Now, he has the same problem as Soul of Cinder, though, where he's a little easy to overstat. But if you keep your level down, you know, you don't parry him, I think Gwyn keeps up with Manus just fine, and actually might even be a little bit better than Manus, mechanically. Hard to say, they're both great. I think Gwyn and Manus are both baller. I wish Nito was baller. Can you all imagine how cool it would have been if Nito had gotten to be like awesome, like Pontiff or Manus or all these good boss fights? If Nito had gotten to be one of those, but he's not. He's so not, and that sucks because Nito is such a cool character in the story, and he's so unique. But yeah, he's not the worst boss fight ever, but yeah, he's definitely better than Beta Chaos. Bed of Chaos is garbage. It's hard to be that. I actually, FromSoft doesn't do things to piss me off very often, but I will say I legitimately am annoyed at FromSoft that they never fixed that fight. I think they actually owe it to the player base to fix that fight. That fight is insulting. And the fact that they did like Notorious of the Abyss DLC and that didn't come with a fix for the Bed of Chaos is insulting. And then the fact that you have Dark Souls Remastered and that doesn't come with a fix for Bed of Chaos, that's insulting. Like after all this time, there is no and all these DLCs and remakes and shit, there is no excuse for Bed of Chaos still being one of the worst fights ever conceived, right? Like that's just silly. By the way, normally I would kill that guy with the boulder, but this Great Club, man, it do work. Also, I think Great Club is better for these enemies than most weapons. I think these enemies right here are incredibly difficult to fight if you use... What the fuck? Dude, these are one of the toughest enemies to fight mano a mano if you use like a long sword, a battle axe, a mace, spear, any of that stuff. These guys are tough as fuck. This just destroys them because if you hit them, they fall over. This is so casual. I can normally if I was gonna fight one of those guys with like a battle axe or something, I'd have to stop talking for a second and really focus on the game and, play good. But I can just be chatting about how cool Manus is or whatever and murder these guys. Look at this! Look at this! You can't even get up! Don't bother standing up. I'll take care of the rest. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating. I think that's one of the hardest trash mobs in all of Dark Souls 3, especially if you don't overstat it. It's rough. But not a problem here. Yeah, apparently returning to Monkey and seeing red press red is a really effective strategy. Look at this, I just face tanked all of his little shurikens and hyper armored through it all, and I have never had an easier time in this segment of the level. I have never had an easier time here. I don't even care that he hit me there. I don't even care. What are you gonna do? You're gonna fall over, that's what you're gonna do. And then you're gonna get absolutely deleted. This is actually sad, because that enemy is generally really engaging to fight, right? It's a very flexible enemy that has different routes with its combos and stuff, so you have to really pay attention and play good. But Monkey Go Burr, what the problem with Bed of Chaos? Oh boy, where do I even start with that? So basically, they didn't have time to finish Dark Souls 1, and some of the things got cut and rushed, and that was one of the bosses that got really rushed. I don't know how to describe how bad this boss is. I need to stream that boss because it needs to be seen to be believed in terms of how bad that boss is. Basically, let me try to set the scene here. So you enter your boss arena. Let me find a room that's even remotely okay, we'll use this room up here. We're gonna have to kill all these skeletons though. The room's actually a bit bigger than this, but we can use this for our TED Talk here, or our PowerPoint. Let me wakey the skeletons here. I forgot to talk to Anri and Firelink. We've just been casually 100%ing. Am I gonna fight these head on, chat? Or I think I am. I mean, you can't argue with that. I don't know if we have enough space though, because I have to get endurance back. That's gonna be the hard part here. Okay, that only killed 2. That could have been better. So I think skeletons are actually weak to blunt damage because, rattle my bones. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. A lot of enemies are like that, where they have random things they're strong or weak against. This thing hits hard anyway, and the fact that it's one-shotting them, and I think I remember Dark Souls 1, the mace was really effective on the skeletons. Okay. We don't need no bridge kill here. Okay, so the actual room for Bed of Chaos is bigger than this, but this is the principle. So imagine this is the boss, right here. That's the boss. You cannot hurt it in any way. Doesn't matter what you do, you cannot do any damage to it. It's just a big tree thing that just sits there. It has giant arms on each side of it. So say this is one arm right here. and these pile of spikes is the other arm. And they're just these huge arms that can kind of do these generic sweeping attacks all over the whole room and shit like that. And then the boss will spawn fire out of the ground and stuff. Now these things can be dodged reasonably. They're kind of obnoxious because they just like, you know, smack you in the massive hitboxes. But you know, you can see them coming. Them on their own is not the problem, right? If you just had to dodge them and hit boss and then dodge them, it'd actually be okay. That's not the boss fight. You have to go to like way to the side of one part of the room over here and get through all these like weeds, and you just hit like a bug thing and it just dies. And then when you do that, you have to go do it on the other side of the room. But now the floor starts crumbling. The floor just starts crumbling everywhere, and if you fall into any of the floor holes, you'll die. And also the floor can just fall underneath you because the floor crumbles in a preset pattern, and you just happen to be standing where it crumbles, you'll just die. And then now all those tree attacks that could like push you around and stuff, they can just, you know, tap you and knock you off the side and on all parts of the level, and you just die. And then also the boss starts doing like all these extra flame attacks and shit. So now you have to deal with all this gravity bullshit, and you have to just somehow miraculously get to the other side and kill another one of those things, which is very difficult to do because it's almost random if you get knocked off or not with all the attacks. And now a middle path opens up, and you can go down there, and if you don't get knocked off on your way there, the boss can no longer hit you because you kind of go underground. You can't even be attacked. And you just walk under there, there's a bug there, you hit the bug one time, and the boss is dead. It just awful, because it's not like you can really skillfully deal with a lot of this stuff. A lot of it is just random if you're going to get knocked off by the boss or not. So what a lot of people do is, so they enter the boss. Now when the boss starts, until you break one of the arm things, the floor won't start to crumble. It won't. So what a lot of people do, because for some reason this boss kind of like pseudo saves your progress even if you die, because I guess they realized how horrible the boss was. What a lot of people do is they go to one of the things before the floor crumbles, and they kill it, and then they quit the game. They just instantly quit the game. That way they don't have to like deal with the floor crumbling and all that to get back to the middle of the room. You just skip all of that, and you load back in the game, and you enter the boss fog again, and now you don't have to deal with all the crumbling floor on that side of the room. Because again, the room is bigger than this by a decent amount. And so now you just have, and the floor is now already crumbled. You can already see what's crumbled. So now what they do is they get to like the spot, and instead of having to deal with the arms attacking you by trying to like zigzag and get to the thing over here, you don't do that. You get a bow. You get a bow, and you can destroy all the weeds and branches in the way, and eventually you can just shoot the other thing over there, and if you stand in the right spot in the room, the arms will never hit you, and you're safe. So you shoot that one with a bow, and then you just zerg really quickly before the flame starts spawning, and you get to the middle part and you just one shot and kill it. That is like the safe, reliable way to kill Bed of Chaos. And yeah, that boss is terrible. Yeah, it's very, you nailed it. It's a very gimmicky boss with a bunch of RNG. That is exactly what Bed of Chaos is. Does anyone remember if killing Walnir will mess up the on request if I haven't talked to her in Firelink? Because it might. I guess here's what I should do. I won't kill Walnir, but we'll get the bonfire down here because I need to get that anyway, and that way I can just start from later in the level if I wanted to fight Walnir, and I can you know, not waste my time here, and I can still get Henri. Oh shoot, we can get the cat ring soon. I still haven't done Cathedral of the Deep. I kind of need to do that. I've never put Cathedral of the Deep off this long because I actually like Cathedral of the Deep. It's awesome. It's like super good zone. Oh yeah, I don't think I can get Henri to spawn here unless I do Cathedral of the Deep. You have to kill deacons. So the demon normally wins this because the mimic just gets wrecked by the yeah. Sometimes though the mimic gets to him and beats the piss out of him, but he's so low on health. That drop kick though. Okay, the demon's being an idiot. Oh. I don't know what the mimic was doing. I think the mimic was doing his grab attack because he had all that time and the demon was just breathing fire at nothing. But unfortunately the mimic didn't use that time. The mimic has insane DPS though on a target that can't stagger, because if the mimic hits you, you fall over generally. But on the demon, he can just go ham and like combo the shit out of him, but unfortunately it didn't happen there. Yeah, he did get a good hit in. Let's see if we can get the, oh, that skeleton got a good hit in. I love getting the skeletons to fight the demon, but you gotta get the demon to come down here. Sometimes the skeletons win. They normally don't. But they might get it this time because the Mimic took one for the team there and did almost 1,000 damage, so... Actually, I think one of the skeletons up there is just, like, what the hell? We got a hero skeleton over here. He's by himself. Like, the other skeletons haven't even come up. What the fuck? I think the demon is, like, not aggroing on him properly, so he's, like, doing range attacks. Okay, I think our scaly hero died, unfortunately. Very sad. He did so much work. Look how low the demon is. Okay, I think the skeletons got this. If they can't, yeah, they got him already. I do find though, if you get the demon to come down here really quick, and he fights all these skeletons, he does normally beat them, and he can get very low in health. But generally, he'll just do some AOE attacks, and he'll just kill so many of them at once that. But they can win. I've definitely seen them win before. This happened off stream, unfortunately, but I had a character where I thought the demon had killed all of them. And it was actually, the demon had like an MLG run. He killed the Mimic, took no damage. He killed like all the skeletons, took like no damage. So I was like, okay, I'll just 1v1 the demon. But as I was 1v1ing the demon, and he was at like, you know, 85% life or something, there was one skeleton left, come to find out. And it was a skeleton that had the glowing eyes, which means it can resurrect one time and like come back to life one time. And so I was fighting it like right here, and it was me and a skelly bro just beating the crap out of the demon. But then the demon did the AoE attack and killed the skeleton, and I was like, oh no, but then the skeleton resurrected itself. And then the skeleton hit the demon one last time and killed it. And then I didn't kill the skeleton, I just let him live. I just ran past and let him have that victory. So that was pretty great. Guts B, indeed. That demon lets you craft the demon fists, which are a very gimmicky, wacky, silly weapon that some people love to death. But I'm not a big fan of the fist weapons in this game because they don't have a particularly good moveset, and their whole gimmick is like cheesing people, and I don't care for that. All right, I should go do some PvP or something, but real quick while we're here, I want to get the shard because then I get to have 6 flasks, and that's just so good. Chad skeleton indeed. Okay, normally I go get that shortcut, but we'll do that later. We're just going to murder the worm, and then we're going to quickly grab the shard and get out of here. We'll come back here later and do the zone for real. I might even do this zone off stream just because it's so boring, but I don't know. Man, when we're doing boring crap like this, I should have blue on because that was a lot of PvE, and I bet you we would have gotten some in a time or two. I've robbed you of some blue PvP. Wait, why is it not shooting? It's readjusting. It'll probably shoot now. There it is. This worm guy is not hard to kill though on your own. Like when he stops moving, you just hit him like 2 or 3 times, then you run back before he starts spinning because the spin will hurt you right there. And he's got another attack that he does, but it's just as easy to punish. The only nuance is when he does his other attack, you need to like stay a little bit to the left, or he'll kind of like dive into you. That's it. But it's pretty easy to just have the crossbow murder it. I honestly think they intended you to kill it this way, because this is just so obvious, and this enemy's moveset is just so lame that I kind of think this is what they wanted you to do. I'm sure they're open, like, oh, maybe they'll kill it with crossbows, maybe they'll go in and out, right? But I don't think they intended you to have a typical, you know, boss fight right here. Alright, he dead. We'll grab the loot up here. We're actually, in terms of healing, we're going to get so much stronger here. Our character's not getting any stronger, but we're going to upgrade our flask twice in this zone, and we'll get a flash shard, so this will make us be able to last a lot longer in invasions. Yeah, there's actually a few bosses that gesture lets you dodge. There's various things. Oh, chat, this also happened off stream, and I wish it hadn't. but I was invading at like level 80 in the Grand Archives, and one of the elevators there, you can get on the top part of the elevator. So the host and his Phantom were being pansies, you know how it be. But they had a blue, and so I was going up the elevator, and then the blue followed me. So I just 1v1 the blue. I won. Like, okay, cool. And so I sent the elevator back down, but I got on top of it. And then you could actually be seen on top of it fairly easily. But I did that, and like behind like a kind of a bulge in the middle, and I was pretty hard to see at that point from the floor, unless maybe you were really looking for it. And I just waited there, and eventually the hosts and the Phantom got in the elevator, and you know, they didn't know I was literally right on top of them. And so when the elevator got up top and they started like running out the entrance to, you know, go get me, I just plunged right on top of them and did not kill them, but it got them both very low in health, and then it eventually resulted in their death. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff in this game. Like, I have found some pretty awesome uses for Curl Up in PvP. Oh shit, there was another one where Curl Up was instrumental. I was in Illithrill Dungeon, and it was a host that had a Phantom with him that was password summoned, so quite powerful. And he had Wave Blue on. And so at first it was one blue, and then the Phantom and the host. I think I parried the Phantom eventually and killed him, and then I just kind of picked down the blue, but then another blue spawned, and then the host was being you know, pretty careful, and so I was just kind of repositioning to go like Flask or something, and I generally you can run through enemies, right? Like as an invader, if there's an unmobile enemy, you can just like run through them, you can phase through them, and I started phasing through the giant in Illithrill Dungeon, which was asleep. And I got like stuck. I got like stuck between him and the Crystal Lizard, and I tried everything. I could not get unstuck. And the host again was being very passive, and he wasn't going to like progress with the level, even with like the blue with him. So I was like, hey, Codmaster, thank you for the 14 months, man. That's a year and some change. I appreciate it, dude. You're always lurking, but I really do appreciate the support, man. Anyway, so host is being really passive, and I can't, you know, I can't move at all. So I'm like, do I have to stone out? Like, this sucks. But I wait a bit, and I think, okay, in case they happen to like look over here, I should put Obscuring Ring on. That way they can't see that I'm stuck easily. Now, if you get vaguely close to me, you'll be able to see that I'm stuck. But like, okay, I'll slap Obscuring Ring on. So maybe they'll just assume I'm farther in the level or whatever, and you know that'll be that. And so I'm like stuck by the giant's arm, right? So like where he's like resting on the floor. And eventually the host runs back to the bonfire and resummons that like password guy that I'd killed earlier. And then they wait around for a while. But then I'm like, okay, there's 3 of them. They might actually get aggro here. So I do Curl Up by the giant's arm. So I have a Obscuring Ring on, and I'm in Curl Up. And so these eventually start playing through the level, and they come up to the giant. And where they would start like initiating like attacking the giant is right by where I'm at. So the Obscuring Ring won't hide me. But because I have Curl Up and the giant's arm is kind of big, they don't see me. So I just sit there until they swing on the giant, and then the giant stands up. So now I'm free and I'm not stuck anymore. And thankfully the host was bad and got immediately smacked by the giant. And because I just like, you know, leaped out and they weren't expecting me at all, I was able to tag the host. And then the giant hit the host again, and the host died. And yeah, that was very satisfying. I love when shit like that happens. Let's see, I need to get the flask, which I think I'm actually going the wrong way for. Yeah, teamwork, it was quite satisfying. Yeah, I've actually been going the wrong way, like entirely here. And I think how I get back to that part of the level. I think I should Homeward Bone. I'm in such the wrong spot in the level here. You know what? I'll just break through the floor. That's a little wonky, but yeah, that's definitely the fastest way that I can do this part. I wanted to do that anyway. Yeah, I've had a few kills thanks to Curl Up, because I don't think, if I didn't have Curl Up, I don't think that would have worked. Because the giant doesn't aggro until you attack him, because he's sleeping. So a lot of people might not even attack him at all. Or attack him, and then if they know there's an invader nearby, just instantly run away or run past him. But they went to like fight the giant, and that's because they didn't see me anywhere around. And it's not like they ran up to the giant and swung immediately. They ran up to the giant and were like looking around and waiting a bit, and like, oh, he's not here. Curl up is definitely my most used emote, because I'm not big on like bowing or waving or any of that crap, because it just makes you vulnerable, and you know, I like to play the game, right? I'm an invader, I'm there to kill you. I don't have ill intent for like the players, right? Like I'm all, you know, just play the game however you want. You know, if they're not good at PvP, that's fine. You know, if they want to summon blues to help them out because they're not good at PvP, that's totally cool. No big deal, right? I'm all about people playing the game however they want, aside from cheating and, you know, save editing and stuff. But I play the role, right? If I'm a red, I am there to kill you. I'm not looking to bow, because here's the thing. I really get annoyed at people that want to like duel, right? They'll stream snipe someone and they want the streamer to duel them. I'm like, you're the host. You have 30% more life. You have twice as many flasks. This is not a fair duel to begin with. So why are we going to handicap the invader and make it so they're not allowed to heal or not allowed to use the mobs or whatever? That's stupid, right? The invader is already disadvantaged enough. So I'm like, fuck that. There's nothing about invasions that are supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be asymmetrical. They're supposed to be dirty. Both sides are supposed to do what they can to win. That's what makes them fun. That's what I invade for, right? I'm not into all this, you know, bowing and not healing bullshit. That's stupid. You know, if I want to do that, I'll go to the arena, and I do go to the arena. I got gold rank in the arena, and you know, it's fun, and you know, I'll duel with a red sign sometimes. Because if you want to duel somebody, you put your fucking red sign down. Because then you get summoned and both parties have the Ember form and everyone has the same health. That's what you do when you want to have a proper fight. You know, I don't like people wanting to have a proper fight, air quotes, but oh yeah, I've got an unfair advantage because I'm the host, right? Like, that's ridiculous. Or Twink, right? If a Twink invades you and they want to have an honorable fight. I did not realize that guy had a backstab animation. That was interesting. You know, because you might have a host that's, you know, quite weak and really early in the game. And yeah, they have 30% more life than you, but the Twink might have all the rings and all the flasks, and it's bullshit too, right? So both sides should just do what they can to win, and that's what makes the game fun, right? And it's no hard feelings, you know, right? I generally try to be good-spirited about it. I only get a little salty or angry when people are cheating, and I especially get annoyed when people are cheating and like save editing to have, you know, Twinks that, you know, stat advantage and all that instead of playing the game legit. And then they taunt and get cocky or play like pussies, right? That annoys me. I don't even mind Twinks so much when they just play the game. But, and I get annoyed when people are literally modding their saves and shit to have an overpowered low-level character, and then they're too scared to actually, you know, fight one invader 1v3, right? It's like, that makes me a bit salty, but that's more like a mindset thing more than anything. But yeah, I don't, you know, I don't invade to like ruin someone's day. I hope they have fun. Like, absolutely, I hope when I invade somebody, if I win or if I lose, I want them to have fun. And I hope I have fun, right? That's the goal. Now, if they turn out to be a piece of shit scumbag, I may retract that statement, but you know, that's for the individuals. All right, I actually got the loot we came here for. I kind of got sidetracked because I was talking so much, and I kind of autopiloted, did half the zone. Cat turned my computer off. Feels bad. Cats be like that. All right, I really should wrap up. I'm hungry as hell, and it's getting late. But I kind of want to at least do one more invasion here. We'll maybe do a cathedral one, because I keep forgetting to do the Cathedral of the Deep. Now, I generally don't like doing Cathedral of the Deep if I don't have the cat ring, because the cat ring is really how you escape from bad situations in that place. And I could actually get the cat ring quite easily right now, but we will do that next stream, and we will invade regardless.
What?
Alright. I'm quite happy that we got that extra flask, though. Oh, did I ever get the applause emote? I think I may not have done that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he does that when you kill the Dark Wraith to get the Red Eye Orb. Wow. Look how active that is. I would love the forest if it wasn't for twinking. If people couldn't save edit, and it's not even save, some people save edit, but what a lot of people do is their friend just drops them all the OP gear, then their friend reloads their save. You know, they back up their save, then they delete it after dropping the rings, and they put in the old save that still has the rings. That's what most people do. And it really sucks because the forest was awesome until that became really prevalent. And then people using cheat engine to just spawn the stuff, right? Like, that really ruined the forest because most people that are trying to be you know, a twink champion and have all the bullshit and show off and everything, they go to the forest. It's the forest and high wall. And both invaders and hosts are really lame there. Oh yeah, I gotta do the waifu quest line. Actually, no, we actually didn't. We have to do Cathedral of the Deep to continue it. Because we did talk to them in Halfway Fortress. We just need to talk to them in Firelink, but they don't show up in Firelink until you beat Deacons of the Deep, so. I bet you someone on their first playthrough missed that quest line because they did Catacombs first, and they ended up doing... They got all the way to Illithril, needed the doll, and they went off and looked for the doll. And because of that, they never did the Catacombs again, so they missed that whole part of the quest line. Yeah, it is easy to get summoned as a blue in the okay, well, pretty sure that guy just talked to Gale and went to the DLC. I did have a character that was level 20. It's actually the Dual Blades character that we have at level 50. I played them mostly off stream to get them ready, but I wasn't sure if I was going to stream that character or not, so I just hung out at level 20 for a long time, just because I didn't want to progress with the game. And I just collected like some of the early game items like in the forest and cathedral and stuff. And I did a lot of forest PvP and I did a lot of Mound Maker PvP and stuff. And because I was level 20, I actually didn't run into that many twinks, and I actually had a pretty damn good time. I did run into some twinks and the party's over, but I did both sides of it. I did some where I was being summoned as a blue, like a friendly blue to help the host side. I hosted myself some. I was a red there some, I was a purple there some, and I was a watchdog there some. So I got like all sides of forest PvP, and I actually completely maxed out a lot of the covenants. I got the forest covenant maxed from doing that. And I had a pretty good time, but I don't feel like the forest is like that consistently. Okay, these mobs are dead. Oh, there he is, way over there. Okay, there's a blue here, and the ladder is not down. That is so significant, because that means if I need to retreat, I can use like the typical progression path. You know, like the graveyard and all that stuff, and that's really important to know. That's one of the biggest things. Remember that anyone that watched me the other day in Illithril Dungeon where I fucked up and I lost? And I like jumped down, I got trapped between those two blues and I had no escape route? That was like a classic blunder that a lot of invaders make, and I try very hard not to make, but I made the mistake there, and that was, I did something where I didn't know if I had a proper escape route, and I trapped myself where no matter what I did, I couldn't leave. And you don't want to do that when you're outnumbered. That's really bad if you're outnumbered. And so what I should have done was stay to pop and like gone with the rats and stuff, because then I have all kinds of escape routes. And that's something really important to do as an invader, is just always be mindful, do I have an escape route? What is it? If you don't have an escape route, you need to be, instead of fighting, you need to try to get an escape route. Because you're outnumbered, and it's so easy to just get blendered and die, so you need to be able to move around. I did not swing twice, because I did not think that would hit. I thought he would roll away. I was not expecting that. Oh, that was so close. At least I got the free R1 after it hit the blue. But I almost got the host with that. I got him with that one. Chad, I do love PvP in this game when it's pure, like when you don't have twinks, and me myself is not a twink, right? And you just have mobs, but look at all these guys, right? Like it's just, it's great, right? And you get to work with different mobs, and you know, sometimes the hosts are aggro, sometimes they're not, and you know, all kinds of crazy shit can happen. You know, some blues have smart builds and are good at the game, and then some of them are a typical blueberry and don't know what they're doing at all. But that guy seems to have a good setup there. He's got a great sword, and that's good, but he's did not bother to buy the torch, and he's just bleeding to death right now. Wait, what is he using? What sword is that? Because he just did like an ultra, a typical ultras weapon art, but I don't think that's an ultra. Hold on, oh, he's using Executioner's sword, I think, and I just forgot that it had that weapon art. That is such a rare weapon, and I don't even know if it's good or not, to be honest. Because because nobody uses the damn thing. I don't think I've ever used it, but yeah, that's what's going on there. Yeah, I got a little reckless there. I'm not exactly used to using a Great Club in PvP, and I'm not playing as well as I could be, but... Huh, I thought I'd have my Hyper Armor there, but I'm pretty sure Reinforced Club does a lot of poise damage, so... Yeah, that guy has miracles, so he's healing. That's good for them, bad for me. Actually, having heal as an invader is such a smart thing to do because you essentially just have more flasks, and that is very good. I basically can't just walk up and swing, he'll just dodge it, so I have to try to get him to swing. That is one problem with ultras. It depends on the ultra, but a lot of ultras can't like just throw out an active threat because they're just too slow. So if they're patient, there's really nothing you can do. You have to get, and if they're alone, you might be able to get close to them and start doing some mix-up, but you can't really do that. And there's a lot of phantoms around. But I couldn't like harass that blue when he was like alone like that. There wasn't a lot I could do because he could just be passive and roll away. So this guy's getting greedy because I'm kind of low in health. So I'm gonna try to get him to go too deep. So how did the other blue die? There's no mobs back there. There's like an archer. There's like an archer. Damn, I should have let go early. I shouldn't have fully charged that one. I thought I might need the free R1, but I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway. Okay, you can't trade with that. I'm pretty sure that stance it goes into actually increases his armor by like 50%. So that was a terrible trade on my part. I learned something. I was kind of greedy to trade because I'm an ultra, but even an ultra lost that one. I am so confused how the other blue died, though. There was just like an archer back there. That's not a particularly competent mob. Let's see, normally I could jump off here, which would give me a great advantage. And if they followed me, they'd take fall damage. But I don't have the cat ring, so I can't do that. I was just too far away. The R2 actually hit them both. That was nice. And the archer got the follow-up. The other archer got another follow-up. He got killed by the archer. That archer's probably gonna die, but he's an MVP. What a bro. Oh, so close. Man, these guys are like not respecting the PvE very much, and they're getting wrecked because of it. It's the most work I've seen PvE do in a while, aside from that fat lady earlier that literally won a 1v1, which that was kind of incredible. He died to the kamikaze move. Am I necessary here, chat? I don't know. I feel like the mobs had that one. I think they could handle it. I think all I really did was take some flasks away from them. Like the blue died to like the archer back there, you know, off screen. That other guy, although I hit him really hard, he got finished off by the double archer shot. Yeah, PvE OP, man. Alright, although that was maybe a little bit faster of an invasion than we would have liked. I think we'll wrap up there. Good time to stop. Let me get rid of Gale, because I hate how every time you come in here he talks and blocks your inventory and everything. So let me go ahead and unlock the DLC. Green, please don't interfere with good competitive PvE. Right, dude, I gotta stress this. The PvE in this game is so easy when you co-op. Like, co-op makes it, like, trivial for the most part, but some people are just so bad at it that it does not happen. I did dude, I cannot tell you how happy I was when that blue earlier today lost the 1v1 to the fat lady. Like, that was amazing, and it wasn't even a fair 1v1 because she had actually lost some health, and he had flashed and he was full. So he lost a 1v1 where he had like the advantage, and I didn't interfere in any way. They were just off, you know, a good bit off in the level, just mano a mano, and he lost. That was amazing. All right, lads, thank you for hanging out. And thankfully, our characters now I can kind of freely invade now. I think we're kind of in good enough shape to do that. What we'll do is we'll just grab the cat ring, and then we can kind of invade as much as we want on our way up through the rest of the game. So that ought to be a good time. But thank you guys. I will be streaming tomorrow. We'll do some, you know, FGO, and I'll try to do some Dark Souls as well. And yeah, I'll see you then. Peace.